I also don't like it that short either, so I don't know.
I don't like it that long either. This is probably the longest I've had it in a very, very long time.
Yeah, the longest I had it was back in COVID, and I didn't like the way it was.
Oh,
It
I
was just
hated
too
that.
much to manage.
I'm getting close to that because
Yeah, baby.
I haven't been able to go to the barbershop since the injury.
Mhm.
But ever since the new bed, I've been feeling great.
Oh, that's good.
That
Wait, are we recording?
That might
Someone
come back
edit
to me. That's,
that.
yeah,
Someone edit
yes.
that.
That was 100%
Someone edit
just
that.
yeah. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Triple D's podcast, the greatest podcast on the planet. Why do I hear myself echoing? Licks, fix that. How's it going, everybody? My name is MVTH. Welcome to the Triple D's podcast, the greatest podcast on the planet. I am your host, MVTH. With me, as always, Gabriel Disney Rules and Licks Dragon Origins. Today, we have a very special guest who refuses to show their face. We're gonna leave their gender out in the open. We'll let you figure it out. And our special guest here is a good friend of ours for about, well, for me, it's been about like 2 years. Licks, I think it was like, what, 3 years? Gabriel's been like 30 minutes. So there's a lot we don't know here, which is why this is going to be our first podcast without any of our stupid fucking icebreakers for the first time. So let's get in. Vaughn, this is our good friend Vaughn. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yo, sup? I'm Vaughn, obviously. I'm just here. Thank you guys for inviting me on the show. Really appreciate it. Just happy to chat about whatever we're gonna chat about, and yeah.
You're doing great. You're doing great.
Yo,
Excuse us,
Yeah,
guys.
that felt like an interview.
He's a little camera shy. He's a little camera shy.
no, this is me, bro.
He's a little.
Man, he's
camera
ugly
shy.
as hell.
That's rude.
Wow.
Ironic. That's ironic.
Well, the first thing I
Ooh.
want to. Oh shit. Oh, okay. No. We got some drama going on. We can start off the podcast like this. Fight.
Nah, I'm a
Nah,
peacekeeper.
no.
I don't fight.
So it's all love. It's all love and respect. No beef.
That's right. All love and respect. Well, to start off, it has been 5 months since us three have sat together and done a podcast. It's been quite some time.
For anything.
It's been we're now in a new year. It's 2025. Last time we did this was Halloween. It's about 5 months ago. So what's new? What's new in everyone's life here today? I could start off by saying I've had a very, very bad back injury lately, to the point where it kept me from looks nose. He's stretching right now, trying to prevent it from happening. I've had a pretty bad back injury where it's prevented me from sitting down in the chair, it's preventing me from walking, it's preventing me from standing. That's one of the reasons why you haven't seen a video in such a long time. Where did Licks just go?
He left, bro.
It's one of the reasons why I haven't been streaming that much. One of the reasons what pisses me off is how close I was to hitting affiliate on Twitch, and then I was forced to stopping everything and pulling a recovery because that shit was just too bad. I had to put my attention to that. But pretty soon, I mean, I'm not wearing my back brace right now. I feel really good right now. I've been feeling really good this week, so maybe I come back next week. But I don't want to rush anything just yet. I still want to focus on healing my back. I just got a new bed. That's helping a lot. So that's what's going on in my life.
Everybody, let's give it up for Darren's recovery. You know, we're so proud of you, Darren. We truly are amazed and just so happy that you're feeling better.
Caused me to just not get a haircut. I need to. My hair is fucking crazy.
Yo,
right
that
now.
headphone day is crazy.
Yeah, look at that shit.
Oh,
Yo.
That's disgusting.
Yep. I can hopefully get a haircut later this week. If anyone, I don't think anyone else is gonna beat that. But anything going on in anyone else's lives currently?
Hey, bro, I've just been writing at school, working on my comic. A little stuff promo.
Oh, you're working out. Wow. Well, I didn't even
27.
have to. That was actually listed as one of my topics. I didn't even have to bring that up.
Oh, my bad for spoiling, but
Yeah, I was actually going to talk a lot about that comic, but there you go. We already mentioned it. Yeah, he's writing a comic, but before we get into that, I want to know if there's anything else going on in anyone else's lives at the moment. Anything anyone wants to share?
Got a new job. No, I had the job back in October. I did.
you have the job back in?
Because I started in October. So I'm still there, working at the airport.
Gabriel, you look like you want to say
chilling,
something.
you know.
Gabriel looks like he's itching to say something. He's just sitting there like, can't
Yo,
wait for
he's
it to be my
plotting.
turn. I can't wait for it to be my turn.
I have
Alright.
nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing.
Gabriel doesn't really do anything.
Oh, yeah, I got nothing.
And to be fair, none of us have been really doing anything. I mean, the only reason I haven't been doing anything is because I'm injured. What the fuck is y'all excuse?
Just don't do anything.
School.
Work.
Well, I mean, okay. Well, since you've already said it, let's just jump. That was actually a topic I had later down the line. You had a comic, Vaughn. Is there what would you like to share to us
Yes.
about that comic?
Okay, I mean, it's still like 2 years away, so I'm not
Ignore
gonna
that.
spoil it. I'm gonna get. Oh, okay, you're good, bro. Yeah, 2 years away. I'm not gonna spoil it, but
2 years
probably
away.
it's
Hold
like-
up, that's news to me.
yeah, it's gonna release in 2027. Are they doing a pre-sale off? Yo, well, yeah, it's a superhero comic. I already wrote the script for it. Right now, I'm in the process of drawing it. It's gonna be around 200 pages. So yeah.
Okay, so I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry, what did you say?
I wasn't really paying attention. Anyways.
And wow, I can't believe you guys just weren't paying attention to him.
Yeah,
That's
yo, thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Gabe.
yeah.
Gabriel, what did he say?
They say he was talking about his comic about how it was like 2 years in the making, and he kind of can't reveal stuff
Yo, how many
because
pages?
it's not yet fully finished.
That's
How
the
many
easy
pages?
How many
excuse, huh?
pages?
That's-
It's however many pages you want it to be, Vaughn.
I gave a number. Though. You were not listening, bro.
All right. What
Absolutely
was
not.
you? Guys, we are
Okay.
disrespecting our guests. We are.
Yeah. 2 years away.
When do we not?
It's- Yo, 2
You
years
let
away.
him
Okay.
Go on. Oh my god, I'm fucking out
2
here.
years away. 2 years away. Superhero comic around 200 pages. Script is already done. Art is it's being made right now as you speak. So
It's a superhero comic. Superhero
Yes.
comic. When is it gonna be out for sale, huh? How many sales do you think we're
okay.
gonna make domestically?
2027.
I don't know, bro. Okay. The thing is, I'm not making the comic for money, right? So it's
You hear that? He's not in it for the money, chat.
Yeah, just in for the love of the game. But
He's in it for the bitches. Trying
that's
to get
Sure.
comic raise.
Sure.
like I'm gonna release the entire thing for free online, and then if you want to buy it physically, you can, just like as an option. But if you want it completely for free, then you can.
I'll probably buy it physically. I have a few comics if I go ahead and dig through Arsenal here. Not any crazy
No.
ones though, but I have a classic Avengers comic. That shit's mirrored though on my screen. This is, I don't know. Gio gave me this shit on my birthday. I don't know what the fuck this is.
Chain Gang, bro. That's really lit. Oh my god.
Dude, I love that issue.
Oh my god, my
Yo, let's
camera.
wrap
keeps-
it
Bro,
up.
that's
My camera.
That's
won't
the
stop
issue
working
where
out, bro.
Mr. Chain fucking dies, bro.
And my camera. Okay, there we go.
That shit was so
Mhm.
sad.
And we
I
got
can't believe Gio got that for you, bro. That's like $1,000, bro.
Conan.
Conan.
No, not
Mhm.
Conan. Chain Gang is $1,000. Conan, that's just
a
mid.
classic.
Tick.
Tick.
That's
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
cool.
I think they have a show about that, honestly.
It's,
Yeah, it's on
Wonder-
Amazon.
There's Wonder Woman one.
Yo!
Yo,
looking-
are we showing off our comic book collections?
I'm
Should I go
looking,
get
I'm,
mine?
I'm looking at
We
the
can go
back and I
comic
just
for
see
comic.
this.
Let's go
What
get
the
yours.
fuck? What else? I have more.
I'm right here, bro. I'm right here.
You just got that now? I sent that shit a while ago.
Yeah, I just got it
Yeah.
now.
I got another. I got another tick one.
Have you even read that?
No.
Yo, big fan.
Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest. What the fuck is that? Adventures of Tintin had a.
There's more. I got more.
Alright, I'm gonna go get mine.
Yo,
Harbinger.
Harbinger. So you have like
And-
a lot of like indie stuff, kind of.
Nova. This one I actually
Nova.
want to read. And then my personal favorite. Now, this one is an act. This one's like one that I. Oh my god, my fucking camera. Camera won't stop bugging out. There we go.
Okay.
This one I'm actually
okay.
really excited to read because it's like a real comic.
Ooh.
All these other ones, they're like
Real
magazine type shits. This is real. This one I'm actually excited to read.
Is that like just like a graphic novel, or like does it have the whole story for that one?
I don't know. If
I
it
don't
has
think
the
this
whole
is all the
story.
comics that I have.
I don't know if it's the whole
I
story,
heard.
but it's Deadpool, and it involves secret invasion. So I'm actually really excited
Like
to read
a
that.
tie-in or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the 3 comics that I received recently. From when Sammy went to Chicago,
Okay.
she stopped at a comic book store and she was like, "Hey, do you want to get any comic books?" I was like, "Yeah," and I was like, try and get me these 3 in particular." So we got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers
That's
Volume
fire.
1,
That's fire.
lit as hell. And then I had to get Absolute Batman.
Ooh, that's
Yo.
fucking
Peak.
That's another good one.
I'm trying to get Absolute Flash, but it's not on Amazon, so I think I might have to go to an actual comic book store to go get it. And then you already fucking know we have to pick up Ultimate Spider-Man
Oh,
Volume
shit.
1, bro. This is the only good Spider-Man book out right now, for Peter Parker at least. If you fuck with mainline 616 right now, you need to die. That shit sucks. Miles books are still good though. And then I have this entire bag here full of other comic books.
Bro.
Oh, I have this Shazam book that I got from going to go see Shazam Fury of the Gods at AMC.
Boo! Get that shit out of here.
All right. And then I have another Shazam book that I got from going to go see Fury of the Gods at AMC.
Boo!
Yo,
Get that shit out of
put
here.
that away, bro.
I have no idea what the fuck this is.
Girls like, what the fuck?
But on the back, we have fucking Robin.
Ooh.
So that's cool.
Wow, it's ass back to back, bro. Yeah, Robin's punk ass. No one cares about him, and then girl taking over.
Yo, no. Don't need on Robin. Do we need on Robin?
And then, yeah,
wants to be Robin,
we got
bro?
Volume 1 of Ranger Academy.
Okay, put that away.
So, valid. And then, we got Volume 1 of the Omega Rangers. This shit is like sealed. It's like sealed. I've never opened this.
Don't open that. Do
never
not
will.
open that.
And then, yeah,
Another
number
seal.
1,
Oh shit.
Power Rangers Road to Ranger Slayer. Shit lit as hell. I have a bunch more seal. Oh shit, this one's nice as hell.
That's tough.
Flash, you
That's
already
just
know.
tough.
Barry Allen. I don't know if this is the first appearance of Impulse, probably not. But this is one of them. Oh, Terminal Velocity Arc. Everyone knows that's banger. I have another Flash called Bustin' Out. Because I'll be busting.
All right.
Okay.
Flash busting out.
All right. And then we got the Spider-Man Far From Home tie-in comic.
There's a tie-in
I
comic?
I think this is a tie-in comic. I would assume so, yeah, because this is the suit,
I want to watch that.
and it says that's literally the Spider-Man MCU logo.
I wanted to get the. I know they had a tie-in comic for. It was a prequel to Spider-Man 2, the game. I want to get that one. I don't know if it's good or not though.
And then we got the Miles Morales graphic novel, Shockwaves.
Waves. Okay. A lot of fucking.
Valid.
That shit's thick too. That shit's fucking long. Man.
And then we got Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which I got from going to go see Black Panther Wakanda Forever at AMC.
Valid. Underrated Phase 4 banger.
I got Earth's Mightiest Heroes Avengers.
Okay.
Shit, valid. It got that one Spider-Man suit on the back.
Is that
That is
Hercules?
Hercules.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He's there, chilling. I have Thor, Love and Thunder from going to go see Thor, Love and Thunder at AMC.
Get that shit out of here. Get that shit out of here. Cut it out.
And then I got Earth's Mightiest Avengers again.
Oh, I like that fucking.
They don't have the
cover.
They don't have the volume
the
numbers in
cover.
the front, so I have no idea which ones these are. I think it's like 1 and 2 though, because I don't understand why I would get like one in the middle. Well, fuck, my aim's they see blowing. Okay, I think Lorenzo got this for me like a long ass time ago. He just gave this to me.
Yeah, Lorenzo gave me one too.
Batman.
I forgot
Yeah,
what
Batman,
it.
Superman, Rage of Mongol.
I think it was
New
either.
52.
I'm gonna be honest. It was either that Deadpool one, and I just never read it, or it was a Spider-Man one that I used to have, and I completely lost it when I moved.
Well, this is the last one I got. Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna go see Sonic the
Oh,
Hedgehog
that's
2
tough.
at
That's
AMC
Woo.
in the bubble wrap. And then guess what's on? Oh wait, there's 2 comics in here.
You're gonna get that. Aren't they doing a
There's
comic?
3 comics in here.
That DC
Vaughn,
crossover?
you're not gonna fucking believe what I got.
Okay, hold on.
Wait, you never knew? Hold up.
Number 1, we got Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm gonna go see Sonic the Hedgehog 2 at AMC.
We get it.
And then we got the Batman. I'm gonna go see the Batman at AMC.
What?
And then we got the Batman. I'm gonna go see the
Again.
Batman at AMC.
Oh, I need
Yes,
that,
sir.
bro.
And both of them have DC Universe Infinite ads on the
That's
back,
fire.
which is ironic because the app does not exist anymore.
Yo, that's pretty cool.
I wish Cinemark did shit like that, where you can get comics for going to see movies in theaters.
Okay, guess it's my turn.
Oh, you got some
Awesome.
comics out here. Keep it PG, please, Vaughn. Keep it PG.
Okay.
Nah, show me the hentai collection you got. I know you have one.
Not ew. No. Okay. Honestly, I'd start with the GOAT.
Of course, yeah, of course. Attack on
Attack on
Titan.
Titan omnibus.
Yep, I have the whole series. This is
Mid.
the best series. Okay,
Cool.
Blitz, you cannot be talking. You cannot be talking. So,
Sword Art Online better.
nah. Then, Chainsaw Man.
Oh,
First
okay.
volume. I really like this cover. It's pretty cool.
That's gay. Not that there's anything wrong with gay people.
That's ironic.
I'm not editing that out.
Okay, another.
Actually, no. I'm gonna edit out. I'm gonna edit out what you said about it not being wrong.
All right. Another
Fire
one
Punch. Oh, isn't that the sequel to Chainsaw Man?
It's not even related to Chainsaw Man. At all.
Wait, I was about to say.
Didn't the same guy make it?
Yeah, same guy. Yeah, same guy.
Doesn't make it a sequel.
Yeah, so it's a sequel.
This is like
Doesn't.
the most psychotic. This is the most psychotic thing I've ever read. So I mean, it's a cool story, but it's really insane at points. Okay, then another. This is like a one-shot story. It's not like a series, but it's a pretty good thing about
What the fuck?
Lost
The
Reeves.
cover looks cool.
Yeah, I really like this book. And then
I've seen nothing American yet. What the
Yeah, you
fuck
will
is
see.
that? Oh, Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the
Okay.
Shell. Yeah, it's really
That's
good
because he's a
manga.
Korea boo.
Korea boo?
What does that mean?
Korea boo. My fault.
It's not even Korean.
I said that's why I changed it to weeaboo, dickhead. I got him
I didn't like
Did
confused.
you say Korea to begin with?
Okay, going back to
Because that's the first word that came. I forgot weeaboo was a word.
It's a Batman
Oh, okay. I didn't see Batman.
book. This book, okay, fun thing is, this book's actually out of print, so it's really hard to get a copy. This is like the rarest book in my collection, but it cost me like $70 for this little book. But it's like one of the best Batman stories I've ever read. That's a really good cover too. So,
Oh, I got this. Oh, I
Same
forgot
with-
about this one. Hold on. I forgot about the Avengers. I saw that. But I forgot
Age
about
of
this.
Ultron.
I forgot about the small comic book I had. It's pretty good. This one I read a lot.
Get
of
that shit out of here, bro. Get that
It's
shit out of here,
actually-
bro.
It's actually pretty good.
The better version's releasing with the Nintendo Switch too.
yeah.
My God.
You mean the more expensive version? Rage of Ultron. I've heard good things.
Why
I've heard
is it
good
gotta come
things.
out in June?
Yeah, I got a really good book. Age of Ultron. My go. Okay. Yeah, the biggest.
What the
one we
fuck?
got.
A lunchbox? What the fuck?
Oh, Death Note.
Death Note whole
Oh.
series in this really good box. Let me flex it back a little bit.
I think Jaden has that too, or it might have been. I know Jaden has like a bunch of Demon Slayer. I think he has the entire Demon Slayer shit.
I need to start collecting
Jaden-
manga.
Jaden collects a shit ton of mangas. It's actually insane.
And then my most recent book. Hold on, it's actually right here.
Deadly
Who's gonna have-
Class.
Whoa,
Lily Class.
Gabriel. I don't think Gabriel has any books, bro.
1,000 pages.
Oh, they're up there.
Yeah, it's a really good story.
No, it's just that one.
I need to read Deadly Class. I watched like the first 2 episodes of the show on Sci-Fi, and then I never watched it again because I didn't want to keep pirating it.
Yeah, it's a really good story. I really like the art in
Yeah,
it.
sometimes you gotta just fight through it.
I have a fuck ton more books, but they're all put away.
I was about to say
I
they
wanna
showed
get
them on
them out.
Marvel Legends, Gabriel, but you don't collect them anymore.
No.
Do you even have them posed up anymore?
No.
You just have them like what? All in like a box?
Yeah, I have them all in a box.
Gabriel, show them all your Yu-Gi-Oh manga you collect.
Gabriel,
I don't have Yu-Gi-Oh manga. I only have Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
you left
but
all
not
your Marvel
Yu-Gi-Oh
Legends
manga.
in a box. You didn't even leave them up on display.
Yeah. No. I mean, my room is like in the process of being made, so I have to wait until it's fully finished before doing anything.
But you stopped collecting a long time ago.
Yeah, I did.
You got out. To be fair, you did get out at just the right time because that's when Marvel Legends started getting crazy. Like at first they were like, you know, they were okay. Some were really good, some were really not. Then it was just banger, and that's when you got off. Especially the MCU ones. Like the MCU ones have, or the movie ones in general, they have crazy detail. Fucking I'm
happy.
I still think the Deadpool one by far is my greatest find. I mean, this shit was nearly impossible. This shit has been out since what? When did they release this wave? They released this wave before the movie, and it's been impossible. It's been impossible to find any of the wave in stores. I think it was, well, the only thing you could find was Wolverine with the clothes on, and then there was Wolverine with the costume. Then there's Colossus, and then there's the Deadpool. The only ones you could ever find, if you were semi-lucky, you would find the Colossus. But if you were unlucky, you would find the Wolverine with the clothes because no one wanted that one. But the Deadpool and the Wolverine, that shit was nearly impossible to find. So when I saw that shit at the GameStop, I had to get it. Even though I was on the path to becoming broke because I had just bought the bed, I couldn't not take it. It was the only Deadpool there, and that shit's impossible to find in stores. And on Amazon, that shit's $30 right now. And because I got it at GameStop, I got it for $20 with my membership.
Hey, not bad.
Fucking steal if you ask me, and I was not gonna let that slide. I wish I did the same with these three. These three I just bought the bullet
Spider-Man?
because that's my Spider-Man. Yo. The fucking Bully Maguire suit coming out. I cannot fucking wait. Oh god, why did I take him off? Gabriel, you have no books.
That's sad.
I mean, he has books. They're just not comic books.
Oh yeah, I don't have comic. This is the only comic book right here I possess.
bring out
Show us all your regular books.
Boys.
Show us all your regular books.
You want me to- Bro, they're all the way. They're in the closet.
Go
The
get them,
top
bro.
shelf.
Go get them. You got it.
Oh.
He's gonna bring out.
But yes, I do have like a long connection.
Now, speaking of that,
collection
have you
books.
ever finished that book, My Life with the Walter Boys?
Which one? Yes,
You finished
Finished
the
it a
entire
long
one?
time ago.
I
Okay.
finished it. I finished it quite a while ago. Yeah.
But didn't they announce a season 2 and I heard absolutely nothing about that shit?
I heard
It's
nothing.
not real. It's not real.
Oh yeah, it's
The
not.
only
Maybe
form-
they're waiting
the-
for the book.
The only form of promotion I
Yeah,
know was
release
when,
the book
was when
with
as the
the,
actor that plays
show.
the actor that plays Alec when he showed up at Raw not too long ago in Madison Square Garden. I was like, okay, that's cool, I guess.
That was cool.
But they didn't promote his. I don't know if he was there for a Netflix promotion or if he was there because he generally liked wrestling. Because
Might
Netflix
just
was
genuinely
the
been
one
there.
Netflix was the one that posted it. That's why it makes me think it was a Netflix promotion, but they wouldn't have given him an on-screen shout out because no one in that fucking arena would have known who he was, and he would have gotten no pop. And plus, Macaulay Culkin was there. Fucking why is Macaulay Culkin getting pops at wrestling bigger than some of the stars? That's what I want to know. This motherfucking Macaulay Culkin just is meant to be in front of the camera. But now that we've gone through all our comic books, you can see Vaughn. So like you're drawing it up currently, right? Your comic book, you're still writing it out.
Yeah, still drawing it. It's gonna take a long time, but
Can you give us a little insight, a little tease of what to expect from this comic book?
Just a page.
okay, I can sing the page later so you can show the audience. But
Okay, put it up on the screen.
I'll see
Editor,
the plot.
Editor TH, put it up on the
The
screen.
plot. The plot's basically about this like egotistical lawyer who gains superpowers,
There enough.
and she uses them for her own benefit. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's where I
okay.
leave it. But
Okay. I'm also hearing
Sounds
there's a
mid.
certain. I'm also. I hear there's a cameo supposed to be in it.
hey, I think that's true,
I
but-
got inside information.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
Inside
Do
information.
you
It's
think
just
it
a
is?
DM from Vaughn.
Yo, stop leaking it. Stop leaking it.
Yeah, the DM was
Bro,
he
like-
asked me to be a part of it. Yeah.
Inside information, and it's literally just scroll up in the general chat on Discord.
Yeah, bro,
I think it's in. I think it's in the general actually.
Probably it is.
Well, so as you can see, you're somewhat bit of an artist. You're drawing your own comic. Can you tell me when you first got into drawing?
Okay, it's a bit of like a shaky road because it's kind of like unclear. But I started drawing, like I took it seriously back in 2018.
How
So
can
I
you
was
say like
you
it's
know
a
what?
sport?
Hey, kind of is, bro. It's a lifestyle. But yeah, I took it seriously in 2018, and like the summer of 2018, and then I just kind of grew ever since then. Started doing other stuff. Then yeah, 2018 was like the starting point. Like
Do you remember
officially.
like the first few things you started to draw?
Yeah, so
Probably
the very
hentai.
first thing. Nah. Like that's probably what you draw, but not me, because I'm a good person.
Link can't draw.
But
It's like-
Yeah.
if he did,
Yeah.
if he could. But I think one of the very first things I drew digitally was like a Black Panther fan art. It's very
Fan
like,
fan art.
it's bad now in terms of it's bad now.
Well, obviously, yeah.
terms
When
of
you
my
first
skill,
start, it's
but-
never going to be as good from when you continue to do it year by year by year.
Yeah, Black Panther's like one of the first things that I drew.
I'm trying to remember when
Yeah.
I started drawing since I was like 10, I believe, and I forgot what I used to draw. I want to say superheroes, but I know it wasn't just any. I used to create my own superheroes, and this was at the time where my uncles forced me to do boxing. And I remember one time my uncle he gave me some random nickname, and it was something boxing man. And for some reason, my kid Brian, I just turned that into a superhero. I wish I had the drawings of it now, but I remember I turned that into a superhero. He looked goofy. It was like a kid cartoon drawing, like some kid superhero movie that would be an underrated banger if it was animated. And I just remember he had a whole boxing uniform on. I forget, he had like some weird haircut and he had a cape, and his name was Boxing Man. That was like the first thing I started drawing, and then over time I just kind of just drew a bunch of other random shit. And I gotta say, my drawings definitely progressed. I don't have any drawings to show currently because my old notebook has been thrown out due to the.
I mean, do you remember all the art classes we used to take in fucking the middle school for the charter? They used to make us draw everything, bro. You remember that fucking melting superhero drawing shit?
I hated
projects we
that.
used to do, bro.
I hated that. I remember that. I forgot. Well, it wasn't superhero. I mean, you probably did a superhero. You just had to pick a character and melt it. I think I did Stewie from Family Guy.
I did Kid Flash from Young Justice.
I don't know how she let that. I don't know how our teacher let that slide, but I did Stewie. He had a gun too and everything. I drew him with the gun, and I remember when I draw him, it just looked like. I mean, to be fair, it was supposed to look like that, but like the way he looked when I got near the end of the puddle, it just looked disgusting. But that was what I was trying to do. I had his eye going all the way onto the puddle. His head was like fucking cracked open.
You remember every year they used to make us do the fucking name art, bruh? Oh my god.
I hated that.
Fucking day one. All right, guys, first project, we're gonna do the name art. It's like, oh my god. Yo, I hated having to come up with ideas for that shit, bruh.
I could never do the same one. I did a spider web for the first one. I think the second one was, I think it's like something like the Matrix, I think. And then I did a Mario one. And the Mario one was a hard one because it didn't fit. This was like in I think 8th grade. And the name, I remember like the name on the wall, it was supposed to be like graffiti. And there was only 2 different styles of graffiti that we were allowed to use. And the style I chose did not fit with the Mario background at all. It just had my name in this graffiti look, and it looked cool as shit. And then there's just Mario jumping around in the back. It did not match at all. It was a good poster and all, but like it did not match. Not at all.
I don't remember the other ones I did, but I know the last one that I did, I was so tired with it. I did like a timeline of social media, and so I just wrote down like 1996 Facebook, 1997 YouTube, whatever. Those dates are completely wrong. But it was really just my name and block letters, and then I drew fucking social media logos around it. I don't know how the fuck that passed. And she just let me do it.
I forgot who it was. Someone did a really cool one, and it was Stranger Things, and it had like the fucking mind flare, and its legs were the names. I was like, that's fucking cool. Like the way it was drawn was really cool. It had the red lights in the background, everything like straight out of the fucking show. Straight out of the fucking show. Now, I wish I had anything from my fine arts class or my Photoshop class in my high school, my freshman year of high school. That's when I did some real good fucking art. Gabriel too. Gabriel too. He may be sitting there all the time. You remember your self-portrait?
I think I still have it. I don't actually know where it is though.
I wouldn't ask you to look
Go
for
find it.
Yeah, okay.
I will.
I'm not gonna go. No, I'm not gonna.
But I remember I'm looking at all these self-portraits and the names are on it. I'm like, okay, that one kind of looks like them. That one doesn't look like them at all. That's fucking Gabriel. Like, Gabriel's self-portrait was spot on. By far the best one. And I remember we couldn't do that shit because our teacher, Mr. Boyle, shout out to you, Mr. Boyle, his wife got pregnant, so he had to leave halfway through our fine arts class. And by the time he came back, the school year was already about to end, so we didn't have enough time to do we had enough time to do the portrait, but we couldn't shade it in. So I remember when I did my portrait, it was just a contour drawing, which is just lines. So it didn't look as cool without the shades and all, but it was still a pretty good portrait. If I had gone to the shading, it would have been way better. But one thing I wish I still have, it broke when I moved, and it was a I forgot what the name of the art style was in Photoshop. It's like polygon, something to do with like shapes and shit. But basically, you take a photo, and the background of it is just all one color, and it could be any character you want. And then the way it worked, it would kind of be like you're turning your character into a crystal, or like some sort of geometrical shape, where it's just like triangle squares and shit all over the place, like some sort of Picasso shit. And I chose the Hulk, and it came out so fucking good. Oh my god, it took me a long ass time. It took me like 3 weeks to finish, but it came out so good. And then he put it on a poster and he gave it to me, and I was like, "Oh, this is lit." And I had it up on my wall in my old room for the longest time. And when we moved, my fucking brother took it off, and it ripped. I was so fucking mad, bro. I was so fucking mad.
Vaughn, you remember when we did this shit, bro?
What the fuck is that?
This is memories for real, bro.
Dude, I absolutely hated that class.
What is that?
Hated it, bro. This is a project we made in Full Sail where we had to design a character and then we had to sculpt it. I
would have loved to do that.
No, Darren, this is a character I've made that is in Origin right now. Can you guess which character this is?
That's gotta be someone with element powers. But it looks like someone who's like Mr. Fantastic or some shit. Like, why does his neck look like that, bro?
It's because I fucking sucked at sculpting, bro.
Is that a wing in the back of his, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it is.
Is this supposed to be Savage? What is this?
Vaughn knows what character this is.
Yeah.
Fucking
It's
Angelo, Diablo.
This is Diablo.
That's Diablo? Oh my god. Vaughn, make a better character design, bro.
Hey.
Vaughn made this like pancake lady, and that shit was like really cool.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And this is the mold. This is the mold of my teeth that I got from DR.
Yo.
Okay, yes, that looks pretty cool.
This shit is mad dusty.
Also,
I found this and I realized I accidentally stole this from Erin.
Yo, don't let her watch this, dude.
Yeah, do not let
No,
her
she
watch.
knows. I found it. I texted her. I was like, "This is a Star Wars thing?" And she was like, "Yeah, I had one just like it." I was like, "I'm gonna be real with you. This might be yours." And she was like, "I figured." Because she was like, "I lost it at Full Sail." I was like, "Bro, I found this at Full Sail.
Just randomly.
Do you want it back?" And she was like, "No."
Just randomly picked it up. Oh, this is cool. And just put it in his pocket and fucking leaves.
Hey, bro. Finders keepers.
You know what I wish?
I asked her if she wanted it back. She said no.
What I wish we still had, Gabriel. Remember when we did we weren't in the same class, but remember when we did those fucking masks? I think you and Jaden did it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot what the fucking material was made out of, but like we made like masks of ourselves. We had to pick a partner. One of them like was doing the mask, putting like these fucking pieces of fabric. I forgot what the fuck it was called. But like over time, like you just have to pretty much just sit there and have these fucking pieces of some form of material just placed over you as it's sculpting your face.
Plaster?
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. And I forgot. I think I was the one that did it to my partner. I didn't cover the. I forgot to. I think I covered the nose, and I forgot to put holes in. So for a while, the bitch couldn't breathe. But eventually I just did that.
Just fucking kills a person in art class, fucking third period.
I forgot his name. He was 2 grades higher than me. He was a junior. And then and I remember I just did that Spider-Man shit. I just went just got 2 of my fingers, just went straight to the nostrils. And fucking fixed the shit. Hey, he was gonna die if I didn't do that. And what I could have done was just completely taken it off, but then we would have to restart from scratch. We were already 30 minutes in. So we were getting back, and I covered one spot by accident. I covered the nostrils, and I just hear. I was like, oh shit! So I just held him down, and I just went, and then we were back. We were fine.
Classes at Full Sail were actually fucking ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like Vaughn was okay. He's an experienced drawer, but like the first day of class, this was the first art class we were ever taking. Right? This is the first time in our program we were all taking art class. And they looked at everybody and they said, it's okay if you've never drawn before a day in your life before entering this class. You'll be okay. You'll be able to get an A+ in this class. And then the third week, one of the assignments was to try to replicate fur on a fucking ball. I said, excuse me. You remember that assignment, Vaughn?
Yeah, I think I
skipped that shit, bro. I did not do that assignment.
You know what I wish Gabriel, remember our fashion design class?
The shoe?
No,
or
the teddy
you
bear.
Can talk about the dress. Oh, the teddy bear.
Teddy bear, bro. I wish I kept the teddy bear. Oh my! Wait, no, I didn't.
I never finished mine.
Yeah, that's what it was. I never finished it. She gave us the option. She was like, "You could finish it," but I was like, "I already got an A in your class, and we're about to end the school year. I don't need to finish that shit." I know Chris wanted to finish it because he was so like built in on finishing it. That shit was hard though.
He was actually like close to like, being done.
I fucked up on the pin.
Yeah.
Remember when we had to make the pin push? And then I made the YouTube logo. That shit was so bad. I did not put in as nearly enough stuffing as I was supposed to. The amount of needles I lost in that fucking pin push. If someone tried to break that shit apart and use it as materials, there were needles in there. Because you would have to put the needles on the pin push, and that's what you would use whenever you're working on your teddy bear. I didn't put enough stuffing, so the needles were just getting lost in there. Yeah. So if anyone tried to like use the stuffing that was in there and just rip it apart, because it got to the point where it was barely a pin push anymore. It was barely a pillow, honestly. And like the shit just kept falling apart. So if anyone broke it apart and tried to grab the stuffing, there was a lot of needles in that fucking stuffing. And if just one person just decided to just have the stuffing in their hand and just that would have been bad. That would have been bad. But I mean, I never told them
took us to the fucking zoo for art class, bro. They had us walking around fucking drawing different animals and shit, bro.
I would have hated that.
Cool.
I would have hated that. Like, can I just see them?
You had to combine 2 animals to make one.
Oh yeah, we had the animal hybrid class. That shit was crazy.
That would have been annoying as fuck. Been like, oh shit, let me draw this bird. Okay, I got the wing. Oh shit, it's gone. Like that shit would have been annoying as fuck. Like,
because like he wanted you to like think of 2 animals that had like a similar bone structure, so like it could realistically exist in real life. And I was like,
he was like doing anatomy mixing and shit, bro. It was ridiculous.
That sounds
I think I did like
I don't even remember what the fuck I made.
I did like a raccoon and a bird, but
should have done.
If I found my book, I probably could find it.
You should have did the beef coon licks. You remember that shit?
No.
You don't know what I'm talking about from iCarly? The beef coon.
Oh my god, no, definitely not.
You know, a beaver and a raccoon mix. You don't remember that fucking episode? That was the Bigfoot episode. You had to know the Bigfoot episode.
I know the Bigfoot episode, not the fucking beef coon.
It was in that episode. Like they were all looking for beef coon, but they were all looking for for Bigfoot, but Spencer was looking for something called the beef coon, which is the head of a beaver and the body of a raccoon.
I like the last art class we did with that one teacher, and we had to do like the playing cards and like the other stuff. I don't remember all the assignments.
I think that was art history.
Yeah, art history was a good class. We went to the museum for that one. That one was dope as fuck.
Yeah, that one's pretty fire.
I will say
that was an easy class too.
In our fashion design class, Gabriel, I do wish I kept the shoe. Because I forgot. Well, even my shoe was just like I think I forgot what shoe I did, but I turned into into this Puerto Rican ass shoe. The entire shoe had Puerto Rican colors. I had Puerto Rican design, and then it had a tree on it. It had a coquille frog for the Nike design. it was a cool ass fucking shoe. But I remember, and I can't believe I lost it. Justin gave me his shoe, and I don't know how
Oh, the Marvel one.
the Wolverine one. Yeah, I don't know. So
Oh yeah.
so one of the I think was we had to put an animal in our fucking shoe for. That was one thing. That was one of the things we had to do. An animal had to have been used in our shoe. So, and you had to put an animal in it, and you have to have 3 different things representing something, representing some form of theme. So he chose the Wolverine,
The animal.
and not the animal, the Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine, and she let it slide. I was like, bro, like, so I could have just done Spider-Man, like what?
Bro, that's a theme.
This is a theme.
Not an animal. It's not a fucking animal.
Spider.
It is a mutant.
It would have.
Well, no, not Spider-Man, but the Spider-Man's a human, not an animal. And then Wolverine is a mutant, not an animal. Some bullshit. That's some bullshit that he got away with that. But then he gave it to me for some reason. I don't know why, and then I lost it. It was a pretty cool looking shoe. It was a pretty cool looking shoe, I gotta say. But like, how did he get away with that though? That's such bullshit. And I look at him, I'm like, you're doing the Wolverine? No, I think he told her he was gonna do Wolverine, and she just thought, oh, it was gonna be a Wolverine. And then he started putting in the yellow, he started putting in the blue. You saw the slash, the X-Men logo, and I'm like, that doesn't look like a Wolverine, motherfucker. That looks like the Wolverine. And he's like, yeah, I mean that counts. No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
bro scammed his way into doing a Marvel character.
It's more puppet than the actual animal, though. If you think about it.
Okay, so Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is not more popular than actual spiders.
There's no way you just...
I mean,
you do know you're talking about you're talking about arguably the most popular superhero in the world right now, right?
Okay, he's not more popular than the animal spiders.
The animal spiders. Fucking guy, bro.
You got Einstein over here.
The animal spiders. Yes, that's what they're called. What's plural for spiders? I want to know. Yes. Fucking God, bro. I can't fucking the animal spiders. I thought I was dyslexic. I still can't believe that.
All right, bro, move on. Next talking point. Next talking point.
All right. Oh God, you got through all the art. Oh fucking hell. So Vaughn, you've had from what I've gathered, as much as I've only known you for about 2 years, you have had an interesting ass life. You are someone who we haven't said yet was born in the UK, and then you managed to.
That's true. Supposedly that's true.
He's British.
Okay, yeah, that's hilarious.
Only 3 years.
And then you go from the UK, and then you end up in America. Now you're in probably Gabriel's favorite country, Spain.
Really?
What is that like? Well, it's one of his favorite. I mean,
wait. Now that I think about it, what are you a citizen of? Do you have citizenship for any one country?
For US, yeah.
Yeah. Because you're military boy. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold up, this is news to me. You were in the fucking military?
No.
He wasn't in the military.
Oh no, he was a
his father.
Oh, I was about to say. I was like, well, hold up, what? You're an artist? You went from the UK to America to Spain, and you went to the military? Like, that would have been crazy.
Yeah, right before he joined Full Sail, he was in the Navy.
I mean, some people do that shit. Like when they're not deployed, they just take their time, try to do anything they can.
We had a lot of people at Full Sail who were active military members.
Yeah, They had a whole building for it too.
Yeah.
Wow, a whole special building.
Yeah.
One of the guys in our class had to leave like 2 weeks in because he got deployed.
Damn.
All
that money he wasted on that damn just to get to.
No, he just did it. He just did it online.
Oh well, okay, yeah. But like I was saying, what is that? What is that like? Constantly having to move from house to house is one thing, or city to city. You move from country to country.
And you didn't learn
I mean-
anything from any of them.
Yo,
Well, he learned
stop
English,
yapping, bro.
but I mean, like, he learned somewhat American.
Somewhat American.
I mean, he got somewhat
Hey,
of
bro,
an
I mean-
American accent.
I mean, traveling is like fun, bro. I like seeing different, stuff. And also, like, Spain has a different, like, culture than America. So, but I don't see myself
Have you picked up
stopping
any
traveling.
just a little bit of Spanish?
Mi llamo es Vaughn. And mi no hablan español.
Just- You've been in Spain for how long now?
I gotta say, man, he's doing way better than the No Sabo kids.
You've
Just
been
a
in
few
Spain
months.
just a few months of now, and that's all you've got down, bro.
He doesn't go outside.
Well, he
Yeah,
fucking
that's actually true, though. That's true.
Reads Death Note.
like, I mean, you got class,
it.
don't you? Do you do your classes online?
Yeah, it's remote. The school is based in California.
Have you ever
It's
stepped
actually
outside?
remotely.
Have you ever? Do you know what Spain looks like? Do you know what country you're in?
He told me once he was gonna go take a walk, and then I checked the time, and it was like 11 p.m. for him. I was like, "You're just gonna go take a walk out at night in Spain?" He was like, "Yeah, why not?" I was like, "You're gonna get fucking stabbed."
Okay,
I find it
I would
funny.
have been sad if I was in the UK, then I would have, but not Spain.
I find it funny because
They have, like,
I
stores
would
in
feel
the
a lot
UK.
more safe walking at night in Spain than I would in America.
Yeah.
Now, if he said some shit like
Chat,
Brazil,
let's not go walking at night alone.
no,
Anyway.
yeah.
Guys, today's safety lesson for the Triple D's podcast is don't walk alone at night by yourself, okay? Anywhere. Just don't do it.
I think Spain is different though, because I'm pretty sure isn't there like a lot of certain streets in Spain that are like, usually always crowded?
Some, but not in my area. My area is like pretty good.
Well,
But it's different
regardless,
some streets,
I would still
different
feel
time.
safer walking around in Spain at night than I would in America.
Yeah.
Like if I have to go get something like at my nearest Walgreens, or like I gotta go pick up an order and it happens to be like late at night, I'm fucking terrified. Like I'm like usually what I like to do is I like to walk with headphones on a lot because I listen to music.
Yeah, me
but during
too.
the night I keep the headphones on, but like I don't have any music playing at all because I'm just that much on edge. Like it's just instinct. When I leave the door, I put my headphones on. So I leave the door, put my headphones on, but it's nighttime, so I don't turn them on because it's like I can't listen to music just walking around. If I get close to my house and I feel comfortable enough, then yeah. Like if I know like if some shit were to happen and I'm at running distance and I could just make it without no problems, that would be fine. Now that's a bit of a different story because I can't really run that well, not anymore. Not until I'm fully recovered. But even though my area, my neighborhood's really chill and all, like I live on a belief where no neighborhood is safe. There's no such thing as a safe neighborhood. Like there may be better neighborhoods than other, but like there's no such thing as a safe neighborhood because you don't know what the fuck can happen. You never know what the fuck can happen. So walking around at 11 p.m. is a little bit sketchy, but like I said, I'll still feel a lot safer doing it in Spain than anywhere else here. Now, if you would have said Brazil, that would have been crazy.
Nah, never.
Because Brazil, you're 100% gonna get robbed. I hear stories of celebrities that travel to Brazil talking about how like it that I don't know. This is what a comedian said. Now, obviously, he could have said it as for a joke, but if this just happens to be just a little bit true, he said, I think it was a brochure he had or a fucking pamphlet or something about Brazil. One of the things they told him was to have a fake phone and a fake wallet. What the fuck did I just say? A fake wallet.
A wallet? Yeah.
A fake wallet for when you get mugged. That's the key word. When you get mugged.
Yeah,
Like,
not even if, just when.
Not even if, when.
It's inevitable.
So he said this happened to him. So he said he got mugged. He had a fake phone. He had a fake wallet. And he said this is what he did. He took 100 pictures of his dick on his fake phone before he got mugged. So whoever took that phone has all those fucking dick pics. This comedian, by the way, is a midget, by the way, or little person, I should say, or dwarf, whatever the hell they want, whatever the hell they want to.
You know what I do? I would get a second phone and I would make it a remote controlled explosive, so that when they took my phone and they started running away, I would take out my real phone and fucking beep 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 beep.
I'm sorry, bro. You
Yeah,
can't just try to
that's
you can't just try
valid.
to trick us like you have aura after getting jump scared like that, bro. That fucking song.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bro.
That's the second
Yo.
time in a row you've been scared, bro. And
Editor, replay
I
that.
don't know what
Editor,
you're talking
replay
about.
that.
I don't know. I'm not gonna replay that, bro. This is a podcast. Little edits as possible. Jesus fucking Christ. That's a lot of traveling though. For as long as you've been alive. A lot of well, not a lot of traveling, but a lot of moving to different countries. That's insane. UK, America, and Spain. Why? It's just
Hey, bro, why not? Just for the fun of it.
for the fun of it. You don't go outside. What do you mean for the fun of it?
Well, like for the vibes, you know.
I like to go sightseeing. Yeah, bro. My Google has great images. It's like, what the fuck? Now, so here's one thing I want to say. Through all this traveling you've done, you have managed to, unfortunately, draw the short stick and meet up with people like us. You know, you were one of those unlucky people that Licks just had to say his name to.
Yo, Licks, I'll not let that slide.
I'll tell you right now,
That's just me.
no one here would be friends with Licks had he not came up to us. I guarantee that. I guarantee that.
Things first, Vaughn introduced himself to me because he was the first person to speak in our group presentation.
Yo, Vaughn, what is you not telling me, bro? Because my notes are telling me something different.
You can believe
The reason me and Vaughn first met was because it was the first month of full time we got put into the same group.
Yeah.
We all introduced ourselves to each other, and I introduced myself last. So Vaughn technically introduced himself to me first.
Yeah, but you were forced. That sounds like something you were forced to do.
Still, he introduced himself to me first, and then
Not
the
my
second
choice.
month of class is when I sat next to Vaughn, and I was like, "All right, bro, what's good?"
And then that's the dominant fucking butterfly effect. Had Vaughn not introduced himself first, had Vaughn not introduced himself first, Licks would have never felt friendly enough to sit down next to him.
It was me, then Vaughn, then I think Aaron, then Artem, then Kirsten, and then Gio. That was like our little full cell group.
Yeah.
And then we got separated near the end.
Well, yeah, I mean, you all graduated.
No, like Gio was in a different program, so he started taking different classes.
Oh.
Artem got with Mr.Beast, and he had to dip, and then Aaron
Yep,
kept
we know,
delaying classes.
We know someone that works for Mr.Beast. Just want to let that out there. You know, he
Just
pulled up in my
flex.
when I was streaming Raw on Monday. He pulled up to my chat and said that he has everyone in the fucking headquarters watching my stream right now. And I was like, no fucking way. Don't fucking play with me like that.
Honestly,
and then
I believe him.
And then he said, Jimmy right here next to me. And I'm like, you're lying, bro. Bullshit, bro.
Mr. Beast is probably next to Artem going, yo, that shit funny as hell, bro. Keep saying I'm right here.
That would have been my best stream to show him if Mr. Beast just happened to have been watching. You're watching a stream where you're just looking at me. You're not even seeing what I'm watching. You're just looking at me watch something else. So it's like that wouldn't have been the best thing because I would have been copyrighted if I showed you. But like, had he had shown him us playing like Marvel Rivals or some shit, that would have been different.
Yeah.
But since you ended up in this group of ours, I would say, I feel like I can confidently say that hanging out with us turned you into a bit more of a gamer than you normally were or previously were.
Oh yeah. I definitely say so. Like, let's take Marvel Rivals for an example, right? I would not be GM if I didn't like.
Well, that was for CJ. That was because of CJ, but.
Oh yeah, but I mean like playing the game more.
Well, yeah.
Because Licks introduced me to CJ through like the deep end and all the other stuff. But if I didn't meet Licks in the first place, I wouldn't be
exactly
as much of a gamer. But
when I met Vaughn, the only games he played were Fortnite and Zelda, bro.
No,
literally
Among Us 2.
Oh, and Among Us. You can't forget his time as a professional Among Us player.
Among Us Demon.
Among Us Demon.
I mean, honestly, those are one of the games.
Number one esports player in Among Us. Worldwide champion.
Oh, God, we need to have an Among Us night, bro. We need to get a full lobby. 3 fucking
we were trying
traders,
to one day.
Everything, bro.
We were trying to one day. This is when you fell asleep and we were having we had a session and you were talking about how like, oh, you didn't invite me in the chat when you were asleep. Like, yeah, we didn't invite you. You're asleep. It was Vaughn was in there, and it was me, Gabriel, and Ian. We were playing Valhalla ranked. That's how bored we were. But it was the 3v3 system.
Yo, I
Worst
wasn't
thing,
playing. Just to
Brawlhalla.
clarify,
Yeah, he
was
wasn't
only
playing.
them two.
That 3. We were doing Brawlhalla ranked 3v3 because I forgot that was a whole new feature. That shit was a nightmare. That was an absolute fucking nightmare. Mainly, Gabriel said it himself, mainly because of the maps were way too small for ranked 3v3. Way too fucking small. And then there's a lot of people with certain maps where you can literally just pick Queen Knight and it'll be impossible to beat you. So it was a painful.
Valhalla and Big 25.
It was a painful
Can't
experience.
believe it.
It was a painful experience. But as we were looking for other games to play, Among Us was brought up, and then Vaughn all of a sudden woke up. He was quiet for like an hour. And then Vaughn all of a sudden got up. He was like, yo, Among Us. I messaged the Among Us server that we're in. I wanted to see if anyone wanted to play Among Us. I'm messaging other group chats. I'm messaging. I go to Vaughn goes to CJ and Vaughn see if they wanted to join. No one joined, so we just all got off. But we have a whole Among Us server that we need to bring back to life on. That shit was made for one reason only, to play Among Us. And that shit's dead.
Hey. I'm down, bro.
All it takes is one person to hop up in there and be
so.
like, yo, who wants to play Among Us? There's a whole server made for that exact reason.
However painful your experience playing Brawlhalla 3v3 was, I promise you it was not as painful as me and Gabriel doing multiverses 2v2 for the first time, bro.
Well, I don't know why you were doing multiverses to begin with. Oh no, me and Gabriel
No,
did
I
multiverses 2v2.
I was just trying to get.
We did a video actually. Me and Gabriel did multiverse. This is when LeBron came out, and Gabriel I think like used all his in-game currency on LeBron.
Yeah.
Either that, or he was a
I know
playable
I got
character.
him.
Either that, or he was a playable character, and I don't even want to
Nah,
remember
maybe I
that
did
video,
mine.
bro. I don't
Maybe I
even
did
want to
mine.
remember that. I don't even want to remember that video. I don't even want to remember that game. I think I was a Bugs Bunny main or Batman. I don't even remember. Oh my God, multiverse.
Nah, me and Gabriel got fucking rolled, bruh. That shit was ridiculous. We won our first match, and then we would lose the next 2 matches, and then our 4th match, we had AFK fucking people. We beat them off, we got our points back, and then we immediately lost them again, and Gabriel got off. I was like, that's crazy.
Honestly,
Shit.
I think DR Smash Bros would be pretty fun.
It would
If
be.
you guys have it.
It would be if the servers weren't so bad.
Oh yeah.
We tried doing that shit one time. I think it was me, Ian, Gabriel, Adrian, and I think Jaden. Yeah, we tried to play Smash Bros, and that shit was just not working. That it was the servers for Smash Bros are so ridiculously horrible. The servers Nintendo and Nintendo's have the shittiest servers in the world. Nintendo, I love your games. Fix your shit, bro. These servers are fucking ridiculous. Sometimes it was hard for me and Gabriel to play Mario Kart. Fucking Mario Kart of all games.
I'll be better with Switch 2 coming out.
I think Mario. I hope so, but I think Mario Kart out of all those games on the Switch had the best online connection than any other game. Fucking Smash was horrible. Smash was it was almost impossible to get a game of Smash with your friends because the servers were so ridiculously bad. I know one thing I did want to try though was I saw that there was when Mario Maker 2 came out, there was an online multiplayer option. I did wanted to try that because I knew that would just been painfully fun. Like some Overcooked 2 levels of pain, but fun at the same time. Because fucking those Mario Makers levels are different. Or we could just fucking do another fucking what we did during the day before Thanksgiving, where we had a bunch of people just show up to my house and we played Mario Party. That was fun. What game was that game? Was that Super Mario Party that we played?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was a lot of fun. But obviously we're all in different parts of the fucking world right now. The only two people here that are in the same area as me and Gabriel. While Lix is all the way in Florida. You're not even in the same country, Vaughn.
Yeah.
So it's actually wild. But that leads me to one thing I want to ask. So
hold on, wait,
go
quickly,
ahead.
one game, Jackbox.
Oh, okay.
it's an option.
But if you hang out with the Dominican Republic, which is what we call ourselves for those who don't know, you're gonna learn about Jackbox. You're gonna play Jackbox. Jackbox. When the fuck did we find Jackbox? I think it was Melix and Ian that found Jackbox. and we played one game. We played Fibbage, and then we played it, and then Adrian joined us, and then we played Quiplash, and that's when
I love Quiplash.
that's when we got infected. We were hooked on the Jackbox for like a whole week, every fucking day. Jackbox.
Yeah, that shit went platinum in the Dominican Republic group chat, bro.
We burned
playing that shit.
We burned that shit out for a whole week, and then we tried to play it again the next week, and it was just boring because we had wasted every joke that we could have possibly thought of.
We were so desperate to play this game, we would have one of us live stream on Xbox's mixer so that other people could see the screen, and we would we would play like that.
I was that guy.
This shit was ridiculous.
That was before we were Discord people. And then like, you know, eventually time goes on. We'll play it sometimes. We won't play it a lot of the times. One time we do play it, CJ joins us. And I'm trying to tell him about this game. I'm like, yo, you should play this game with us. It's pretty funny. And then CJ casually just be like, I'll be the judge of that. And then I got CJ hooked on the Jackbox. And then I'm pretty sure CJ had bought every single Jackbox out there just because of the one session.
I think CJ already knew about Jackbox.
No, you can ask him. He knows about Jackbox because of me.
Oh, I thought he already did. I thought you already knew.
You might not have been. You might not have been there for it. Oh yeah, speedrunners. Oh yeah, 100%. But you might not have been there for it. But I know it was a session. I think it was me, CJ. You might have been there. And I know Ian was there. I know Adrian was there, and I think Gio was there for the first time as well. And it was a fucking funny ass session. Oh my god, I remember CJ had me fucking dying that time because we just kept playing Survive. No, Jose was there because Jose was the one who told us about Survive the Internet. And so we just kept playing Survive the Internet. My first time playing Survive the Internet with CJ is like, I think the hardest time I've ever laughed while playing Jackbox. That shit had me dying, bro. And then CJ showed it to all his friends on Discord. I played with them for the first time, and then those motherfuckers were just doing nonstop inside jokes, doing these jokes about this guy Mark, who I don't fucking know. It's just over and over and over. Mark jokes. And I'm like, okay, like, I understand you guys find this shit funny, but I don't know who the fuck this is. And then that's when the whole no inside jokes rule started. What fucking Jackbox. Yo, the Jackbox lore runs deep in the Dominican Republic. It's actually insane.
Yo.
All because me, Lix, and Ian were so bored one night, we had no idea what the fuck to play. And then someone just goes, yo, what if we play this game Jackbox? It's on Game Pass right now. And there we go. That's how it started. That's all it took.
We need to go back to just finding random ass games on Game Pass to play, bro. We don't do that no more. We've lost the touch.
Ian and Gio still do that shit.
Yeah.
But it's like the invite shit never happens anymore. This is why I think we should have Discord, because if someone ever wants to just play on Discord, you join a call, you know, you put a little message out there, see if anyone else out there wants to play, and then you wait for someone to show up. But like as in the Xbox party, you have to specifically wait for someone to go online, and then you invite them, and it's a painful experience. But Vaughn, you've definitely became more of a gamer hanging out with us, so I want to know, what's the first? I've asked this before to a bunch of other people that have joined us on the podcast, so I want to know with you, what's the first console you can remember playing on, or some sort of gaming platform?
Okay. The very first one was the Leapfrog or the Leap Pad. That's the very first one.
What the fuck is that?
I think Lex knows.
You don't know what a Leapfrog is, there?
What the fuck is a Leapfrog? I know what
You're
a frog is.
You're not really It's like this gaming console for kids.
Hold up, I might know what this is.
Old. It's really old, but I remember it has like Kung Fu Panda game on it. And I played that like a ton.
Oh, this!
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think this was the.
my earliest.
I think this was the console I was talking about on the episode 4 of the podcast when Adrian was here. When I said the first game I can ever remember playing was on a console specifically meant for kids, and there was a Super Y game that I used to. It was like a Super Y racing game that I used to play. That was the first game I can ever remember playing on console. Well, at least I can remember myself playing on console. The first game I remember seeing on console was some sort of Spider-Man swinging game on the PS2. But the first time I can actually remember playing a game on console was a Super Y game, and I think it might have been on this. Holy shit!
I never owned a Leapfrog myself, but they had it at like my preschool and my elementary school, and I would just hog it. I wasn't letting nobody else play it.
That is fucking old school. And what was the game you said you remember playing?
It's just some Kung Fu Panda game on it. I don't know the title, but it's Kung Fu
That's
Panda.
super old school for a not so gamer like you.
I don't know, bro. Then my second console was like a Nintendo DS. Those are pretty fire.
I feel like if you were a big gamer, at some point you had to have a Nintendo DS as a kid.
Yeah.
Unless you were poor.
I would always play like Scribblenauts on that game and Mario Kart DS.
Yeah, I used to play a lot of Mario Kart on the DS. I would always play. I only ever wanted Mario Kart when I had a DS. I only ever wanted Mario Kart and Mario Party. I never had anything else when I had a DS.
Mm-hmm.
Then I had the 3. Has anyone ever had the 3DS?
No.
Yeah, the 3DS.
Still have mine.
That shit, I might still have mine too, but I think it's like down in the basement, all fucked up. I mean, that shit was been fucked up for years.
Sadly, I lost my Pokemon Platinum cartridge, and I don't know how. I went to check it one day, and that shit was just not in the fucking bag. I was so upset.
Shit, Pokemon. I know because every time I had a DS, my brother would always buy Pokemon games just so he can play on my DS. This motherfucker had his own Xbox 360, by the way, but he would buy he would buy Pokemon games. That's kind of how I became a gamer because me and my brothers, we all lived in the basement with our grandmother at the time. It was a little hard growing up, but me and my 3 brothers, we all shared one room. Me and my second oldest brother, we would have bunk beds, and then my oldest brother would have his own bed, and we all slept in one room. So we all shared the same console, and we all had. My brother would always want, and he always wanted an Xbox, so we got an Xbox 360, and we'll all have specific games to our needs. For me, obviously, it was WWE. Well, for me and my oldest brother, because we're both huge WWE fans. And then for my middle brother, he was a bigger gamer. He was a bigger gamer than both of us. See, my oldest brother would either play WWE or WWE's a sports game anyway. So sports games. He'll only play sports games. Yeah, me, I would play WWE and whatever the fuck I can find on the App Store that was free. So like Doritos Crash Course, shit like that. You know, that's whatever I was playing. And then my middle brother, now he was a big gamer. He was big on Halo. He was big in Call of Duty. He was playing those shits nonstop.
Yeah.
So that's how kind of just how we rolled out. So like when he was playing on his fucking Xbox, playing Call of Duty or whatever, I would usually watch him do Easter eggs and Black Ops 2. I would be on my DS just playing some Mario Kart or playing Mario Party. But then when he started getting Pokemon just to use my DS, I was like, all right, bro. So I can't use the 360, but you can use my DS. Like what kind of shit?
I went to GameStop one day to see if I could get, because I don't know what happened in my Mario Kart game on my DS. That shit was gone one day, but that was a long, long time ago. I went to GameStop one day. I was like, let me see if I can just buy Mario Kart for my 3DS. And that shit was like $40. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, bro. And I went to see if I could buy Pokemon Platinum again, and that shit was $60. I was like, why the fuck are you charging me $60 for this fucking 3DS game that came out like 20 years ago? Games are crazy, bro.
I thought you were talking about like previously, like when the games first came out. I was about to say, like, man, I wish I can go back to those times. Because
no.
But now that's ridiculous.
80, bro. 80, 70, 90, 100.
Mario Kart 9 is about to break the barrier. There's gonna be that first $80 game, bro. Which means when GTA 6 comes out, our wallets are gonna be crying. Our wallets are gonna be crying.
I was just waiting until they drop GTA Online separately.
You're weird. No, I'm pre-ordering that shit, bro. I'm pre-ordering that shit. I don't care. GTA is going to be the only purchase I make in history that I'm not going to feel immediate remorse afterwards. I'm going to be so fucking happy when I waste that $150 on that fucking game. If there's an ultimate edition of the game, I'm buying it. That shit comes with fucking extra $1 million in star cards when the online release. I'm buying it. I'm wasting so much money on that fucking game. Mario Kart 9, however, that's a different story. I'm really excited for Mario Kart 9, but like $80, bro.
GTA 6 better have like 5 to 6 player heist, bro. That would be cool.
Have that shit, bro. More than 4 players, that would be cool. I mean, it would be a smart decision because once that game comes out, people are going to be on that fucking game, and then once the online comes out, people are going to be on it again. I guarantee it's gonna take at least a week before the servers can at least cool down, and then you won't have problems opening the game. But like I won't be surprised. Didn't Spider-Man 2 crash the PS5 store? Or was it Black Myth Wukong? One of them crashed the stores, I believe.
Probably Wukong.
Yeah.
But I know Spider-Man. I know Spider-Man set the record for the most pre-sales for any game on PlayStation, and then Black Myth Wukong broke it, which was crazy because they came out just 1 year after another. I still can't fucking believe that shit didn't win Game of the Year. I mean, I didn't play it, but like, what the fuck is an Astrobot?
Astrobot was peak, bro. Watching people play that shit, that was so much fun. I almost bought Astrobot. I'm not even going to front.
I can't believe I didn't even know what the fuck Astrobot was until I saw that shit was nominated. I was like, what the fuck is Astrobot? I googled this shit. I'm like, ain't no way in hell this shit winning. Get that out of here. They just put that up there for sympathy. That shit got announced. I was just like, huh? I'm just staring at the screen like, what?
I'll tell you this right now. If it's not a direct From Software game, any Soulsborne, any Souls-like game is never gonna win Game of the Year again, unless it's directly from Software.
That wouldn't.
Every other game is just gonna win.
Kind of sucks how there's okay some good competitors out there for Game of the Year this year, but they're all gonna be drowned out when GTA 6 comes out, which is kind of sad because that leaves Marvel Rivals out of the question.
Marvel Rivals can win Game of the Year, 100%.
It can, but will it? I mean, it's competing. It's competing against GTA 6.
GTA 6 better have a bomb ass story mode.
I mean, I don't think they'll fail. It's Rockstar. I mean, Rockstar's never disappointed us. Well, they disappointed us by not fucking doing much with the Red Dead Online. They completely just gave up on Red Dead Online, and Red Dead Online was actually fun. I remember when I recorded the one video with Ian and Chia, we were having a good time, but we did everything we could do online in one video. It's like that's the thing. They didn't do much with the online, and online could have been so much fun. It could have just simply been a cowboy MMO. Why didn't they do that? And I hate the excuse people use. It was like, well, look at Red Dead Online and GTA Online. It's not like they can bring out every new different models of horses. It's like, that's not what the fuck I'm saying. It's like, there's more you can do. It's a cowboy game. Give us some dope ass missions. Go crazy on it. They just completely gave up.
Hey, bro, maybe they got lazy.
What else, bro? Yeah, you know what's becoming an ongoing theme with games this year? Fucking announcing games and not giving us them. What?
Yeah.
This year, for the past decade, bro.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman game, the Transformers one broke.
Oh, that shit got canceled.
Transformers one broke my heart a little bit, bro. Like I was really excited for that. I've been wanting a new Transformers game for such a long time. At this point, just fucking remaster War for Cybertron, bro. They just remaster it. Just do that, because if you're not gonna give us a Transformers game, at least remaster that one. Fucking ridiculous, bro. I remember just us looking at the trailer, not knowing what the fuck this was about. I think like the first thought was Titanfall, but then it was like, no, it's starting to look not like Titanfall. So what the fuck is this? We're looking at it. I remember Lix is in my ear. He jokingly goes Bumblebee, and then right on the screen, Transformers reactivate. Like what? That shit look nothing.
I need Apex Legends to die so that we can finally get fucking Titanfall 3. Bro.
What games out there like that we're fantasizing? We know there's Titanfall 3 that's out there, obviously. What games out there that we want to see be made that we know are probably never going to be made? I know, listen, the Gabriel can think of one.
FIFA 28. Nah, I don't know.
No.
What did you say? What is Gabriel thinking of?
Injustice 3.
Oh, that's not what I was thinking of.
Gabriel's not fantasizing about no Injustice 3.
I was thinking about Mario Sports Mix 2.
Oh my god! Don't do that to me, bro.
Oh, you know what? Mario and Sonic at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, they could do that. Yeah. Well, they'll probably not. But
Titanfall 3.
Sunset Overdrive 2, Evolve 2. If they could bring back Scalebound from that one Game Awards presentation for Xbox, I would appreciate that so very much. If you could start remastering old Call of Duties instead of making new ones, I would greatly appreciate that.
Please, bro.
If we could get Overwatch 2016 back. I'm kidding. I don't really need that. I got Marvel Rivals now.
Yeah, we don't need that shit, bro. We don't
give me another anime Shonen Jump game, but like that's actually good, not Jump Force. Give me another anime Shonen Jump Force. Ideally, I want it to be a MOBA, but I'm cool if it's not.
Quite possibly the biggest disappointment in gaming history. I mean, that game, Jump Force had so much
Persona
potential.
4 remake, Persona 6
again.
We need those immediately.
He's greedy.
There's a lot of Persona fans out there, bro. There's a lot of Persona fans out there. I'll tell you right now.
Too many.
I did 2 Persona videos. Both of them skyrocketed within 24 hours. And I was literally trolling when making those videos. I half-assed the shit out of those videos. I threw in a bunch of goofy edits. I cut the shit out of both of them. I recorded for 2 hours. I cut them both down to 20 minutes. And people started getting mad in the second one. They're like, "Why are you cutting it down so much? Like, show us more, show us more." And I'm like, "Yo, y'all motherfuckers are really into this game." Dude, and I'm like barely do the tutorial. It's like there's
no Persona art is probably the best game to watch somebody else play. Even if you've already played Persona yourself, watching somebody else play it is such a euphoric experience. That's why people get mad when you start cutting shit out, because they want to see your reaction to their favorite part in the game, no matter where it is in the game.
Okay, but like that's the thing. The things I'm cutting out has no reaction to it. That's why I cut it out. Because I'm just like some shit happens and I'm just sitting there like.
Okay, what you gotta do? You gotta start like overselling.
I'm not gonna leave that in the video. What?
You gotta start like overselling your reaction, just like
I do that. Are you kidding me,
bro?
I do that. No, I do that already. Bro, look at my thumbnail on my second channel. I'm always making the face, bro. Like I gotta make sure to do that shit in every reaction at least once. Just so
you gotta get back on Persona, Darren.
No, I really don't.
Yeah, you do.
Persona 4 was it 4 or 5? No, I was playing 5. I don't know. That game
just played 5.
That game just makes me sleepy. Like I get tired playing that game.
Just trust me, bro. All of you, Vaughn, you need to get on Persona. Gabriel, you need to get on Persona, bro. You don't even have to play Persona 5. Just play one of the 3 that are out right now, bro. Okay, 3, 4, or 5.
I think I started playing the 3rd one where you go into the TVs. But I haven't.
That's 4.
Oh yeah, whatever then.
The only thing I know about 4 is that weird looking plushy thing. Because I remember seeing it at a fucking vloggers game con or some shit, and I was just like, "Oh, that's what that's from." I guess. That's the only thing I know about Persona 4. But my fucking god, though, one thing I need for in the gaming world, I need there to be another Ninja Turtle game and like a fucking like some crazy open world story game that's multiplayer, because they used to have one. There was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan on the 360, and that fucking game was fire. You could play online, but you can only do the final bosses. Like you couldn't like play through the entire story entirely. You could only do the boss fights, which was still cool. But like I want to be like how fans are wanting a for Insomniac to give us a multiplayer Spider-Man game. Like, you know, you can do an entire story, but make it multiplayer, please.
Like Gotham Knights, but Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, but you know, if Gotham Knights was good, you know, like
I thought they started reading like a Turtles game in development, like The Last Ronin.
Were they?
Yeah, it's in development. The Last Ronin.
Shit, I didn't know about that.
I've never seen a trailer about it.
Yeah, but I really want a Ninja Turtles game like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan, but like in today's standards, you know, in today's standards, that'd be really cool. They try to give us a multiplayer superhero game with Avengers. We all know where they fucked up. They ruined that fucking game. And I can't believe that happens to be the first game I've ever done. Like when I started to go into gaming on YouTube, that was the first game I played. was the Avengers game. The amount of hype I had, because it's Avengers, it's a Marvel's game, it's a Marvel Avengers game, and like, you know, the trailers look like, you know, the graphics were a little but some of the action scenes were look pretty cool. So I'm like, okay, this looks pretty fun. This looks pretty fun. And I remember at the end of the game, when I completely finished it, the credits are playing. I tried so hard to make it seem like I wasn't disappointed. I just turned glazing and Marvel onto I just dialed it up to 11. Like, I tried so hard to make it seem like I wasn't disappointed.
Honestly, the fact that you played through that entirety by yourself is what gets me. Like, you didn't even play like with another. Like, you didn't like Suicide Squad. I can understand if you wanted to play Suicide Squad by yourself, but you did Avengers all by yourself. Not even with another person. Like, that's brave, man.
But see, but Suicide Squad was different. You know, Suicide Squad didn't have that thing. Remember when we tried to play Avengers randomly because we were bored, and then we found out if you wanted to do some of the story shit, you have to do it by yourself, and then only some missions you can do, and like
only some missions were fucking.
And then there were side missions basically. So it was just a disappointment. Suicide Squad, however, they had the idea right. They just fucked up on the game. And now Rocksteady's are they still making that Batman game?
Probably. They need it. They need the money.
They do need the money. I mean, I don't know. I don't understand, but you had Arkham Knight, Arkham Origins, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. Banger, 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 banger. What the fuck went wrong with Suicide Squad? What? I mean,
they just needed to spice up the gameplay a little bit more.
I think let's just be real. I think they're Batman one tricks, bro. I think they're Batman one trick. Like, let's just be real. They're Batman one trick, because they tried doing something different and fucked it up. I remember we could have kept playing more, because like Brainiac was the main villain of Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. So we get to the point where it's like after Superman, you're gonna fight Brainiac, and then essentially when you beat Superman, the game is already over. Brainiac shit was kind of like a side quest at that point. So we're like, wait, Brainiac wasn't the main boss?
And no, he was the main boss. It's just we beat the first Brainiac, and then they told us, oh, there's 13 more, and we weren't.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because it was like a multiverse thing. We were like, hell no, I ain't doing this shit.
We weren't invested enough to continue playing. I wanted to go back to play all the DLC characters that they added, but it wasn't. I found out that you had to play like at least 50 hours to unlock them. I was like, nah.
And I remember that glitch we got when we were fighting the Flash. Remember there was that cutscene as we're fighting the Flash where he starts running in a circle and like trapping us in a vortex, and then the camera just kept spinning in a vortex, and we were like for 3 minutes we were wondering what the fuck is going on, and it just kept spinning. The camera just kept spinning, and we were like, oh, okay, our game is glitched. That's nice. And for like a solid 5 minutes, we were just standing there, just getting dizzy at that point, just fucking spinning over and over and over.
Gabriel, you asked me if Suicide Squad was worth playing. Did you ever play it or no? Oh,
well,
did you download it or did you get it?
Well, good job, good. Don't.
I mean, it's in the library, but that's about
because it was free on PlayStation Plus. If you ever want to play it, man, I'm down to play it again.
No,
That's crazy.
No, okay. Here's the thing. If we had a full squad, I feel like we would have had a lot more fun. If we had a full squad, I feel like we would have had a lot more fun. But it was just two of us, and it just wasn't enough. If we had a full squad, we could have made the best out of the shit we were playing.
I like being able to switch between two characters every mission.
That was true, though. Yeah, if we had 4 people, we wouldn't be able to switch.
Yeah.
And I mean, I realistically, that's how it should be. They just have to make all the characters good enough to play, which they did. Each character was fun enough to play. And then I remember I find it funny because when Marvel Rivals was announced, I remember the first thing you said, it was like, oh, we're finally getting that Marvel game we always wanted. And I was like, oh, really? And then you were like, oh, wait, no, it's just another Overwatch. And just straight immediate disappointment. Just straight immediate disappointment after that. Immediate disappointment, right? So I'm like, you know, whatever, I'll still play it. Lix is trying so hard to get this code. He finally gets it. Fucking,
Oh, he died again.
There we go.
Oh, he's back.
And then like, you know, a few hours pass, he gets a friend code. I start playing it, hooked. Shit. Yeah. I think that is honestly ridiculous. I'm still playing Marvel Rivals to this day, grinding my ass off. Game's addictive, bro. Game's actually addicting. Hey, Gabriel, what rank are you in Marvel Rivals?
I think Plat 2.
Plat 2.
Okay.
Vaughn with 2 accounts. Yep. That Lucas adult there, that is a Smurfer.
GM3 and then Gold 1.
You know, because I think it was right after season 0. Sorry, right when season 1 started, the first half of season 1. I played a little bit of the first half, when season 1 first came out, and then I just stopped playing. I don't know why. I think it was because I was trying to get the Life is Strange series out, and then I started going hard in work, and so I just kind of stopped playing for a little bit. Had I kept playing with you and CJ, we would have both been GM.
Yeah.
Vaughn, you never played any of the Attack on Titan games that came out?
No, I do want to get it though, because I know they have it like on the Switch at least. I don't know on PC, but
Pretty sure they're on
fun.
Steam.
Are they?
They should be.
I mean, I might
Yeah,
have to
Attack
check
on
it.
Titan. They're on Steam, man.
How much?
Attack on Titan 1 and 2. They're both $40.
Oh wow, we've got
Not bad.
a lot of topics left, and we're already an hour and a half into the podcast.
Wait, okay, what
Hello?
topics do you have left, and then we'll just pick the most interesting one.
So I had games listed on here, and I didn't even have to bring that up. We just kind of shifted into that. I also had Marvel Rivals on here because I knew we were going to talk about Marvel Rivals. Because of my back injury, I put injuries that anyone else that may have had. And then I also put, like I always do, because we're all here cinema enjoyers. We love watching movies. We love watching shows. What can we expect, or what we're excited about for the upcoming projects that we're just? I mean, CinemaCon is CinemaCon still going on?
Yeah,
Well-
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
you know,
sure.
should still be happening.
we're all moviegoers. We're all excited for movies. We're also very scared for movies coming up in the future. So I have that listed as well. So
I
we can end on.
that'd be
We
a fun
could talk.
topic.
We could talk about movies for like a couple minutes and then end it.
Okay, I'm done. If you guys want to do that, then the show.
Vaughn, give us your top 5 movies of all time.
Top 5 movies.
This is gonna be interesting because Vaughn's ratings are
Okay.
very interesting.
Okay, obviously, Spider-Verse has to be up there, right?
Which one? The first one, Into the Spider-Verse.
Into.
Okay.
The Batman is up there. It's one of the go-to movies.
Okay.
I'd probably say Dune, part 1
Okay.
up there. And then I really like the animated movie Look Back. That's a really good movie. It's pretty underrated.
Okay.
Let's see. That's 4. 5th one.
This is not in order, right?
I'm
I'm
gonna
just
go with-
assuming you're just naming your personal favorites.
Yeah, just kind of like any.
Okay.
Any up there. I really like the movie 7. That's a really good movie.
Did we watch that?
Oh, yeah, we did.
What was 7?
Yeah. The detective movie.
What's in the fucking
Yeah,
box?
what's in the
Yeah.
What's in the
Oh my
box?
god,
What's in the fucking box?
that shit was crazy. That was a crazy ass movie.
Yeah, so Spider-Verse, Batman, Dune, Look Back in 7. I think it's
Until
pretty
the
bad
fucking
list.
Reze movie comes out. Bomber. Or,
Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah, I think you just said it. Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, the Chainsaw Man, the movie Reze arc. I don't know her name. How to say
What
it.
about you, Gabriel? What would you put your like top 5? Just random top 5, not in order. The fuck? I don't know if you're thinking or getting possessed or the. Like,
I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. Let
Okay,
me
just
see.
name one movie that you like. One movie.
Okay, the Batman. All right, moving on. Let's go.
No. You're copying me. Pick another one.
You
I mean-
can't repeat movies that have already been said.
yeah, that's the rule now. Yep, that's the rule. Yeah, you can't.
The rule now I can't repeat. Okay.
Yep, welcome to the podcast, bitch.
Nice. The Resident Evil movie. Moving on. Let's go.
I know damn well you didn't see that shit.
Never said.
I know damn well you didn't see that
I
shit.
just picked the movie, bro. Move on.
My favorite movie of all time gotta be Ant Boy. You already know, best superhero of all time. He's simply unmatched. He's simply unmatched. His writing, his costume design, his powers.
Oh, you're
his
dragging it.
scaling.
Move on, bro. Move on. You're dragging it. Please move on.
Can we please watch the rest of the trilogy, bro?
No, I'm not watching that.
Why
shit.
not, bro? I promise you, the second and third movie are they're so good, bro.
No,
I'm not
no.
even like joking. They're actually like valid. Like you know how Sky
Who
High
said
is
the
like a
first one was
bad movie,
valid?
but like it's fun. Okay, like the first one is like on the same level as Sky High and like Spy Kids. Like they're valid movies, but they're not like good artistic pieces of quality, whatever. Like the second and third movie for Ant Boy are like actually like well written stories and like they're like cool and they're like fun. They're like really good.
Uh-huh.
I'm not saying they're on the fucking writing level of like fucking Infinity War or fucking Black Panther or whatever good Marvel movies are out there. But like they're still good.
That first one was too terrible, man. I can't. It's just,
No, it was not.
bro,
No,
that
it
shit
was
was
not.
painful to watch.
You just hate the fact that they're German, bro.
No, that's not what I hate. What the fuck? I hate the fact that it's ass. That's what I hate.
All right, Darren, what about you?
He's just gonna say one movie. He's not gonna say his top 5.
Oh yeah, let's.
Gabriel said one movie.
Yeah, well, Gabriel doesn't try in things.
Yeah, that's me.
Gabriel's not gonna be successful in life.
That's true.
No. All right, Lex. Other
Oh,
four.
so do I have to make 4
Yeah.
more?
Yes.
Give me a second.
TvShows is like a little bit simpler.
back now?
It would be Onset Dark, and then, like other.
Onset and Dark.
I would say
Those are two crazy ass shows to say back to back.
I would say fucking I would say the High School
Okay,
Musical
nice.
series, but I know you don't like the last 2 seasons,
I do not.
which I don't blame you. Which I didn't like season 3. I didn't like the first half of season 4. The other half was fine though. Have Alex going on your top 5 movies?
Okay. I said Ant Boy. Let me pull up my letterbox. Let's see what's going on here. Okay. The Power Rangers movie.
The
Gotta hop on that
2017
shit
one?
right quick.
That will be in your top 5. Wow. Okay.
I mean,
Of
I
like
it. I
personal
it. It's a good
enjoyment.
movie. Yeah.
And then
That shit was
another golden movie on my list. We got Tenet. Tenet like
That's
changed my
valid.
life
That
forever.
one's valid.
And then what's some other movies? I don't want to list the other 2 favorites on here. What about what's an animated movie that I really rock with? I don't know. Can I go with the second Spider-Verse? Because Vaughn said the first one.
yeah.
Sure. I don't know why you're asking. No, you can't. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean, you know the rule.
Yeah, like,
No, instead of what's it called? Instead of Spider-Verse, I'm gonna go with the Ladybug and Cat Noir movie because you know that shit was like absolute
Yes,
peak
yeah.
writing. And then I'm gonna go with the Trolls Band Together. That
okay,
shit
okay.
actually fucking fire, man.
That's the one
No,
where
I
the
can't
sync,
wait for Trolls 4.
and sync came back, right? That's the third one. Yeah, that's a valid one. That's a valid one. I still think the Trolls movies are fucking weird to watch for me personally because I just feel like
yeah.
I feel like if I'm watching them, I'm under the influence of something. Like those movies are weird.
Yeah.
But but I will say that third one I did like. That third one was really good.
If you go into like the mini player and just have the face cams like in the corner, whenever Vaughn talks, Mikasa just shows up for like half a second, and it's the funniest shit ever, bro. It just switches from Gabe to Mikasa, and it's funny as hell.
I would say top 5. That to the 2002 Spider-Man is up there for me because that's the first Marvel movie I can remember watching. My dad put me on that shit, and I fucking fell in love with Spider-Man ever since. I would say trying to think of an animated movie. I'm stuck between like Toy Story and Finding Nemo, because those two are like my favorite Pixar movies of all time. Now, Toy Story.
Nemo, but
Toy Story is one of those few. I think is the most successful Pixar series out there. I mean, all 4 movies did well, even though the 4th one was not needed at all. It's still a good movie.
Hey, bro, we're getting 5th one.
I know. Like, it's like
we're getting a 5th Toy Story.
Yeah, they're making a Toy Story. They're making Toy Story 5. For what?
They're looking the fuck out of them toys, bro.
Money.
The only thing out of the Toy Story universe that was bad was Lightyear, but that wasn't technically Toy Story. It was, but it wasn't, because it was based off of Andy's favorite movie, and Lightyear was that movie. Andy, your favorite movie is ass, bro. It's like, what the fuck? I have never been more disappointed for any Pixar movie in my life.
I need to go back and rewatch all the Pixar movies, bro. The only one I ever remember really watching is
Good Dinosaur.
Big Hero 6 a Pixar movie?
No. It feels like one, but it's not. Just Disney animation.
Then I don't remember watching. Who the fuck changed my picture on Disney Plus? Darren?
Yeah. It's just Doug Pool. What is Doug Pool?
Also, who the fuck is watching Doogie Kami Aloha MD on my Disney Plus account?
That's not.
Because that definitely was not me.
That's not me.
Gabriel? I got my eye on you guys.
It's into proving good too.
I'm gonna say Finding Nemo, because is just I don't want to pick between the 3 Toy Story movies, because I feel like I just love all 3 Toy Story movies equally. I really love the Toy Story. The 4th one I like too. Like, don't get me wrong, it's just not needed. And yet we're getting a fucking Toy Story 5, bro. Is Pixar that afraid to do like Cars 4? Because the car series does need some resurrection after Cars 2. And you know, they tried to do something with Cars 3, but they kind of ruined the point of the story. Or the Pixar movies.
I thought Cars 3 was good.
It is good, but it kind of ruins the whole point of the story. I don't want to spoil it for you, but it kind of, in my opinion, the whole point of the story kind of gets ruined at the end. Kind of.
Oh, when Lightning McQueen gives up and gives it to the other little car?
Yes. It was a good. When I rewatched that, I understood it better, because he's filling in his mentor role now. He's no longer a racer; he's a mentor, and I like that. But the whole point of the movie was for Lightning McQueen to show the other racers that he's not just some old race car, and then he doesn't even race in the end. It's like, what the fuck? That's like if fucking like.
I watched Turning Red. That's a good Pixar movie. Oh, and Incredibles. Of course.
Goofy as fuck.
I was gonna say
Turning Red.
I was gonna say Encanto, but Encanto is not a Pixar movie.
That's Disney animation. Turning Red is like one of those really, really funny. It's not. I wouldn't put it as like the best Pixar movie of all time. It certainly wouldn't make my top 5 Pixar movies, but it's a goofy ass movie. Like, if you want to sit back and just laugh and just have a good time, go watch Turning Red, because it's really fucking funny. It's really goofy. It's one of those movies where you just turn your brain off. Honestly, I can't even remember the last time. Well, I can't even remember much from it, other than like the fucking big ass panda final and those fucking boy band just singing to it. That's all I really remember. But I do remember laughing a lot during it, though. What else? What other Pixar movies? Trying to think. I kind of think. Oh, Incredibles. Aren't they also doing Incredibles 3?
I wouldn't know.
I'm not sure. I can look it up real quick. Hold on.
Now, see, Incredibles is the one Pixar series that you can actually do sequels on, because they're superhero movies. You know, it's not hard. You know, you just create a new villain. I know Incredibles 2 is controversial. I like it, but you know, I know Incredibles 2 is controversial to people. But it's one of those movies that you can actually do sequels to, because it's a superhero movie. Like, why the fuck are they making a sequel to Coco? There is zero need for that movie to have a sequel. Like, what are they even gonna call it?
You know what I'm just not realizing? Nickelodeon don't be making movies no more, bro.
I mean,
I think they gave up.
I mean, their latest one was
they don't make
Turtles.
TV movies.
Their latest one was Ninja Turtles. Mutant Mayhem, and then they also have the show on Paramount Plus. I think it's on Netflix now too. The Ninja Turtle show. I think it's 2D animated and it follows their life in school and shit. I'm pretty sure it's a setup for their sequel.
Yeah, I've seen a few clips of it. It's pretty good.
I should probably watch it because I really like that. I really like that Ninja Turtles, that first Ninja Turtles movie. It was,
but like
good.
they don't really be making like big movies like worth watching. Like they don't have nothing like how Disney still has zombies and how Disney's is reviving Descendants. Nickelodeon don't got none of that.
Oh, you meant TV movies? Oh yeah, they don't do that shit no more.
I mean, no, I'm talking like movies in general. They don't have like good. I mean, like they have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but it's like they're the only name really one other Nickelodeon movie. Yeah.
If Transformers wasn't owned by Hasbro, I feel like Nickelodeon would have been on Transformers.
They made a Good Burger too.
Yeah, they made that shit a while ago.
Yeah, Kaisenat.
I have not watched it. I have not watched it, and I love the first Good Burger.
I did not know they made this.
Yeah, I forgot about that. I haven't yet seen it. What else? I'm trying to think of like good old fashioned Nickelodeon TV movies. Like fucking back when like the TV movie shit was starting to die. Like I'm thinking of like fucking Swindle.
Nickelodeon had good TV movies, but
was Jinx
that
was Nickelodeon, right? I don't remember much of that one. I forgot.
Jinx, Rags, Swindle.
Rags. Yeah, I remember one with that motherfucker Gibby. I forgot what the name of it was, but I remember it was really stupid. All I remember with that movie was someone was robbing a house and he was pretending, and he was trying to help the guy out unknowingly that he was a robber, and he ended up accidentally kicking his ass. And then people started calling him. They started calling him some sort of hero or some shit. I don't know. It was stupid as fuck. I remember watching that movie. It was really dumb. It was really just about this fucking loser who wanted to be someone and accidentally kicks a robber's ass and becomes super popular. That's all I remember of that fucking movie.
Oh, you're talking about Nicky Deuce?
That's what it was. That's what the fuck it was.
Yeah, just found it on Wikipedia.
I remember that, and then one thing from the trailer where he goes, "The name's Nicky Deuce." That's it. That's all I remember from the fucking movie.
Oh, the last movie Nickelodeon put out was Henry Danger the movie.
Oh,
but even then, I didn't even know that shit came out, bro.
I knew it came out, and I chose not to watch it.
I watched the Thundermans movie.
Yeah, and then you immediately told me not to watch it. I remember
it just felt like a long episode. But yeah, point is, Nickelodeon don't be having movies like Disney do. And that's sad.
I actually heard the Henry Danger one was pretty good. Funny enough,
it probably was. They turned Jasper into fucking Kenshi. He like cut.
What?
They turned him into Kenshi from fucking Mortal Kombat. He like covers his eyes and he gains superpowers. This shit was.
I only know one thing about that fucking movie, and it was at the end because it went all over Instagram and all over Twitter of the cameo ending. With fucking.
No, I don't know about none of that.
Apparently, Captain Man shows up. Well, apparently he's in a different universe in the movie or some shit. I don't know. Even Nickelodeon got bit by the multiverse fucking disease, bro. That Marvel set on the entire Hollywood community. What the fuck is it when Marvel starts working on an idea, the Hollywood decides to just copy the shit out of them and try to do some other shit?
Hey, bro,
they're successful.
Arrowverse is doing the multiverse before Marvel.
Yeah, but once Marvel did it, then everyone else like, oh, we got to do one too. We got to do a multiverse movie now too. So it's like, why? Watch Toy Story 5. Enter the multiverse. Different Woodies, different Buzz Lightyears. Some stupid shit, bro.
All right, yo, most anticipated movies of this year or next year, or 2027.
I mean,
upcoming movies.
Doomsday is definitely on there. Without a doubt, Doomsday is on there. Superman for sure, because that movie has a lot of weight on its shoulders. I mean, literally, the entire weight of DC rests on Superman's shoulders. So that movie has to be good. I would say Fantastic Four as well, because Fantastic Four is is a really important movie in terms of Marvel, in terms of the Marvel fans. They can't afford to fuck that up. I mean, I'm pretty sure a new trailer is supposed to come out soon, actually, for the Fantastic Four. I don't know. It might be coming out soon now because CinemaCon is on. I don't know when CinemaCon ends though.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Thunderbolts. Honestly,
oh
I think
yeah,
it's gonna be pretty good.
But I don't think the reason why I'm not going to put that as most anticipated because it's kind of a sleeper in Marvel right now. Like I don't hear a lot of people talking about the Thunderbolts. But one thing I do like is the people that are talking about Thunderbolts are nothing but hyped for it. Because have we seen anything bad yet?
Nah.
No. That movie looks fucking awesome. And it's funny because that movie, when these movies were announced, Captain America Brave New World, Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four this year, everyone was giving so much shit on Thunderbolts. No one thought this would end up being the most hype. Like, if I'm going to be honest, it might be the most hype movie out of those three, just simply because no one's afraid of it. Are you not afraid for the Fantastic Four movie? Really? You're not afraid? I'm worried. I'm worried.
I think it deliver.
It looks
honestly.
good. It looks really good, but I'm still worried because they can't fuck that up. Thunderbolts, I'm not worried. They could fuck that up and I wouldn't care, but it doesn't look like they're gonna fuck it up. It looks amazing. One thing I am mad though is for that chair reveal, they kind of spoiled the movie when you think about it.
Oh yeah, with Taskmaster.
No, we already knew that, but like just saying the names in general, like fucking U.S. Agent.
Yeah.
I think the person I thought that was gonna die the most was Red Guardian, but nope, he's in it. And then Sentry was the one that surprised me the most. I did not think we were gonna see Sentry in Doomsday. Yeah. I thought Sentry was a one-off villain, which is good that he's not. What else is most? Oh, the Odyssey.
We just need a fucking. Oh yeah,
I'm really excited for that movie.
I was actually gonna bring that up earlier when we were talking about comic books because I literally have the book. I have the graphic novel literally up there. Yeah.
Is it the graphic novel? We read the graphic novel in freshman year, right, Gabriel? Yes, it is. Oh, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
I got the source material.
Yeah, that's the one we read.
Shit is peak.
I fucking love that book.
Fun fact: this is what Percy Jackson season 2 is going to be based off of.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know whether to believe that.
So Percy Jackson did it first before Christopher Nolan. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, but Christopher Nolan's gonna do it better.
I don't know if they do season 2 good, bro. This
is Christopher Nolan we're talking about, bro.
No, I know. I literally listed one of his movies as my all-time favorites.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying. But yeah,
no, if we're talking about movies that I'm most anticipated for, I gotta say, fucking Now You See Me 3, bro.
Yes,
I've been waiting for this movie my whole life, bro, and it's about time we finally got in it.
That's a good one.
I'm not really most anticipated for like the Marvel and like the DC stuff because I know those are going to be like good. They're going to provide me with some level of like entertainment and like pleasure, like regardless.
Like you knew Quantumania was going to be good when it was announced. Like, I find it funny because
I glazed Quantumania when the trailer first came out.
We all did, and then we watched the movie and we walked out like, yeah, that was bad. Yeah, that was disappointing. Kang was easily the best part of that movie.
No, but I've also been glazing the Thunderbolts since the first got announced.
You were glazing it, but I remember you being incredibly nervous for it because I mean, let's be honest. I don't think anyone expected anything out of the Thunderbolts when it was first announced. Then we got that first trailer, and we were immediately hyped because it looked fantastic. And ever since, I like how they're showing you a lot, but they're not telling you a lot about the story. Like you're seeing a lot of shit happen in the movie, but you still have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen.
And I think my thing with Fantastic Four is
Marvel does that.
Yeah, the MCU is at a point where even if the Fantastic Four isn't as good as people hoped it to be, it's still gonna be extremely profitable. They're still gonna make a lot of money. It's still gonna get a sequel. Yeah. So I'm really not too worried about it being like some absolute dumpster fire like Quantumania was.
Brave New World made
movies
a lot of money. Brave New World
Yeah,
made money.
so movies like Now You See Me 2, the How to Train Your Dragon live action,
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Wicked 2, those are the movies I'm excited for.
Wicked's now on Peacock, so I can finally give it a check without having to fucking.
And you know, Zombies 4 does come out this year, so you know we're gonna be on that shit, bro. Yeah, man. Everybody, what are we called? Pretty much not it coming back for Zombies 4.
They don't even know.
You know,
about that.
getting ready for.
We're not gonna
getting ready for Descendants 5 in 2026.
We're not gonna get into that. They don't even know much about. They don't even know about Pretty Much Not It. No one will ever know about Pretty Much Not It.
And then FNAF 2. That's like the last one I'm excited for.
Oh yeah, FNAF 2. Of course. Okay.
Oh, and Mortal Kombat 2. But that's like at the very bottom of the ones I'm excited for. Not excited, but
as big as a Mortal Kombat
anticipating
fan,
it.
I'm not even excited for Mortal Kombat 2. I'm like, oh, it's coming out. It's like, I'm not. If that's gonna be like a fucking discount day as movie for me, but like the second week after it's already came out, I'm not gonna make it a mission to go see Mortal Kombat 2. Even though I enjoyed Mortal Kombat the first one only because of the action. The action was awesome. But story wise, I mean, it's kind of ass. But like the action carries the movie. And that's all I really wanted out of the Mortal Kombat movie was the action to be bloody and fucking crazy and to see some fatalities. That's what I got. It's kind of like when we saw Gabriel, you should have went to go see Novocaine with us, bro. I understand why you didn't, but you still should have gone seen it with us because Novocaine was fucking fun. I was
gonna ask, do you guys want to go see that together?
Yeah, well, we all went to go eat, and we ended up losing Gabriel when we walked out of Chili's because we thought Gabriel was following us behind when we were walking out of Chili's, and then we were like, oh, he's probably still inside, and we're like looking through the windows. We can't find this motherfucker. We're looking through the windows like
you just disappeared on them, Gabriel.
I'm trying to go say goodbye to him and shit, and he's gonna leave, and I'm like messaging him. He must be in the bathroom. I'm just staring. I cannot find this dude. So I messaged him. I'm like, yo, where the fuck you go? He's like, oh, I'm just ordering something else to go. And I was like, oh, okay, he's still in there. And then you said your Uber had just pulled up. So then it was me, Ian, Gio, Adrian, Jaden, and Jose. We all went to go see Novocaine, which that was a fun watch. That was a really fun watch, and our theater was somewhat empty.
Z meet the Dominican Republic.
Z didn't show up.
Really?
No, really?
What happened?
He just said that he didn't feel like doing an hour and a half ride back and forth. He was just tired. So I was like, all right, it's all good, no problem. That would have been a fun experience though, seeing Z meet. Oh my god, we were having fun pretty much the whole night. Fucking, we were messing around with the waiters too. Fucking, one of the waiters. So I remember I asked for dessert because I originally, I didn't like. No one told them that it was my birthday or anything because I didn't want them. I didn't want anyone to. So I immediately. So I asked for dessert and I get up and then Gio kept making this ongoing joke. He's like, Darren, go to the bathroom. And I'm like, Gio, I'm not going to the bathroom. And then the one time I had to go to the bathroom, I was like, fuck it, let me go to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom. As I'm going out, I walk past the Raider, and he has the cookie skillet in his hand. So I was like, I'm gonna get fucking 2 desserts then. All right, I'm gonna be sick after this. I go to the bathroom. I come back to the table. The cookie skillet is gone. And then like fucking like 5 seconds later, all the employees they just start coming out, clapping, singing happy birthday. He puts the cookie skillet down. And I was like, oh, okay, here it is. And then apparently afterwards, Ian told me that they told the waiter that it was my birthday, and and the waiter didn't believe them. And then the waiter thought that they were messing with him. So what he did, so the cookie skillet that he had in his hand, that was mine. He puts it down. They told him that it was my birthday. He picks it back up, leaves, and then waits for me to go sit back down. And I had to tell him afterward, like, it was really my birthday. They weren't lying.
Respectfully, it is not the waiter's concern to be like, oh, they're fucking lying to me about this guy's birthday. Just bring the goddamn skillet and dip out, bro.
No, I think he thought they were lying because I already asked for dessert. That's why he thought they were lying. I didn't think they were actually gonna do it. Turns out they did. I just hear the clapping and I just go, fucking God, bro. And they're all standing. Gabriel Jose ended up actually showed up late too. By the time they show up, we're already eating our food. Because we split the group into two different teams. So majority of us were going with Adrian in his car, and then Gabriel was the only one getting picked up by Jose. So of course, Gabriel drew the story. Gabriel was the only one making it the time important too. Everyone else was fine with the time except for Gabriel, and he ends up going with the guy that shows up an hour late. What do you know? What do you know? At least he still showed up, but he didn't go see Novocaine with us, which that's a fun movie. When y'all get the chance to, when that shit comes out, when that shit comes out digital, watch Novocaine. That is such a fun movie. It's one of those movies that where the action carries it.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy. That shit had us going like because the theater was somewhat empty. So anytime some crazy shit happened, we would just be like, "Oh shit!" That shit was crazy. There are some pretty gruesome scenes in that movie. And even though I knew it was rated R and I knew the premise that he can't feel pain, they did some crazy shit in that movie. Some really good shit, and I'm glad I go saw it. Gabriel, what about you? What's your most anticipated film in the coming years, bro?
Probably Shrek 5.
Really? Shrek 5?
That's crazy.
That's
honestly.
up.
Yeah,
That's
move
up
on.
there for me, but I'm also incredibly nervous just simply off the animation alone. That is not Shrek. What did they do to my boy, bro? What did they do to you? Especially Donkey. Donkey looks fucking weird now. I mean, Shrek looks somewhat normal, but then Donkey and Fiona, they just look completely different. Fucking hate it. I hate it. What did they do? Why did they change it?
Stylized. It's like more stylized now.
Yeah, I know they made it look a little bit more realistic. I think they did the same thing with Puss in Boots, but it's like at least Puss in Boots still look like Puss in Boots. Fucking, they don't even look like each other anymore, and it pissed me off. Man, fucking Shrek 5. Well, we still don't know much about it that is coming out in 2026, right? That's what it said, 2026?
I think.
Yeah, 2026. So that's a lot of movies coming out in 2026. I feel like I say this every year. Every year, there's always, oh man, there's a lot of movies coming out, but I only end up going to see like 4 of them. But fucking there's what? Avengers, Spider-Man.
Isn't Final Destination releasing
I don't
soon?
care about that. I don't care about that.
Honestly, I might.
I never cared about the Final Destination movies. Unless
Karate
it's a situation where the whole group gets together and go see it, then yeah, I'll go see it. What you say?
What about Karate Kid?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, I'm watching that shit,
Yeah,
bro.
100%.
I'm watching that shit. Actually, I need to get Sammy to go watch the entirety of Cobra Kai and all the Karate Kid movies, so she can understand it.
Don't put it through that. Don't put it through that. Don't put it through that. Just watch the first Karate Kid. Karate Kid 2 is actually my favorite, but I can understand why people think it's not as good as the first one. Don't watch Karate Kid 3, and then watch season 1 and 2 of Cobra Kai. That's it. That's all you need. And then go on YouTube and look up the best scenes of season 4, 5, and 6.
Yo.
Do that especially for 6. We all know how disappointed we were with season 6. Crazy. One of my favorite shows of all time. Me and Gabriel, but fucking day one Cobra Kai fans, bro. I can't believe what the show turned into, man.
At least we got a good ending. Fucking, they fucked us up with, what are they called? The Umbrella Academy.
Oh no! Don't talk about that. We're not gonna talk about that. No.
No, let's end off with a small conversation with Umbrella Academy.
No, I'm done. I'm ready to go, bro.
Umbrella Academy, Netflix.
We can do a whole podcast on the Umbrella Academy alone. Honestly, that's the next podcast. Everybody be back here in 2 weeks to talk about the Umbrella Academy and how fucking bad it was.
Netflix.
I will be doing. I'll watch. I'll read comics. I'll watch the show. I'll do everything about it.
You see, like, I'm not saying season 1, 2, and 3 were perfect, but the story was good enough to make you want to keep watching. What did you do wrong in season? What?
I will write a whole.
Everybody tune in next time. When we yap about the Umbrella Academy for 2 hours.
Nah. Well,
I'll do it.
Isn't our next podcast? I don't know if I should. Nah, I'll fucking say it. Who cares? Our next podcast is most likely going to be in person.
No.
Yeah. Lix is flying down to Spain. He's going to pick up Vaughn. Then he's coming back to Come back to Jersey. We will do an in-person podcast. Obviously, Vaughn won't be there because he's in a different country. I will still try to get a guest, but I'm not getting my hopes into it because getting a guest for an in-person podcast is gonna be hard.
No guest. Just us three in person. We're doing the game show. The entire podcast is going to be the show.
That's not a podcast. That's just a fucking game show. It's something we can do in the podcast, but I still want to get a guest because like fucking if it's just us three, we're gonna breach a point where we don't know what the fuck to talk about, like we did for episode 2 and 3. I was rewatching those shits not too long ago. Episode 2 was terrible. I can only imagine how disappointed people were because the reason why is because episode 1 was really good, and so I started getting a lot of requests to make episode 2 right away. So I had both of them. I was like, yo, we got to do episode 2. People really wanted. That was my mistake because we didn't know what the fuck to talk about.
We just need to come up with more segments. But trust me, bro, the trivia is enough. I'm gonna make it so it's enough to last us like at least an hour and a half. I'm kidding, that's too long. Maybe like an hour.
Well,
I know exactly how I'm gonna organize it.
Well, this has been the first ever legit podcast we've ever done, I believe. We've been 2 hours in. We've done 0 dumb icebreakers because we have an actual guest this time. Only thing is, our actual guest didn't want to show his face, so we got to look at this fucking plushie.
Now, what do you mean? That's him right there.
Yeah, it's me. It's me.
It'd be funny if I could like.
Say hi, bro.
I got plastic surgery, but it's all good.
I don't think plastic surgery makes you
plastic surgery to look like a Japanese woman. Yes,
bro got the Michael Jackson treatment.
Yo,
like
what is that thing in the background on the table?
You know what that is.
It's a portable.
What is that?
Nah, bro.
It's like a power bank.
That's the kind of shit that goes.
So horrible. That's a butt plug. Yeah.
Yeah, you're weird.
Darren, why do you have a butt plug?
You're weird, bro.
Toothbrush.
You have your toothbrush in your room?
I don't keep the shit in the bathroom. I don't keep an electric toothbrush in the bathroom. First of all, it has to be by a charger port. It has to be by a charger port, and not only that, you should not keep your fucking tooth unless it's in a cabinet, then that's fine. But you should not keep your toothbrush close to your toilet. Should never do that.
At first, it sounds weird. If you think about it, then it actually makes sense to keep it in a different room.
Yeah, you know there's particles of shit and pee when you flush a toilet, right?
Yeah, Alex, do you know that?
Okay, you know those particles of shit and pee can fly to your fucking room, right? It's a stupid argument. Particles of shit and pee exist everywhere in the fucking universe, bro.
Nah, bro. You brushing... Nah, not me, bro. You brushing your teeth with shit and pee. I'm brushing my teeth with actual toothpaste.
Alright, you're brushing your teeth with fucking dirt and fucking dust that's in your room right now.
It's in a case.
So then why does the shit and pee matter?
Well, because my room is still no. If I put it, I could put it in the case in the bathroom too.
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the DdD podcast today. We've had a great time here today.
I'm gonna mute him. Nah, he ain't doing the fucking outro. Gabriel, you do the outro.
Looks, you could still done it. Oh, never mind. He's sorry.
Oh no! Oh no! I meant to mute him on Discord.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, he's gone.
All
right, Gabriel, hit the outro.
Gabriel's not hitting that fucking outro.
Gabriel, hit the outro. Come on. Do it for the one time.
Nope.
All right, Vaughn, sign us off, bro. Do it.
Yo, chat. It's been an honor. Thank you, Darren, for having me. Thank you, Gabe. Thank you, Lix. Thank you, Bobby, for being on the show.
Thanks to himself.
No, remember 2027. Buy my comic. It's only $100, and you know it's gonna be the best thing you ever read it in your life.
This has been another episode of the Triple D's. Cheers to that's not the camera. Cheers to everyone.
Cheers.
Make sure to tune in to me and Gabriel's coming never, because Gabriel does not want to play the game again. He's a coward.
Can you say that again?
And make sure to tune in to me and Gabriel.
Dude, are you hearing that beeping noise? every time he says something about a stream, but it fucking bleeps. I don't know. It's just weird.
Oh yeah, I hear it too.
It's almost like the editor doesn't like self-promotion. It's just weird, bro. This has been another episode of the DdD Podcast. Thank you everyone for watching. We are out.